Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Un, deux, trois. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. All right, appreciate that, fellas. Oh, I added something to the soundboard that I forgot about. You guys want to hear it? Thank you. All right, check it out. You guys remember this, right? Oh, wait a minute. Of course you can't hear it.
A grenade.
So you guys remember that, right? Well, then there's this.
Trajecting. A grenade. Trajecting.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
A grenade. Trajecting.
You are...
Trajecting.
Ay, ay, ay. Trajecting, that's quantum physics, y'all.
Trajecting.
Trajecting, that's quantum physics, y'all. A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost the traction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 841st edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity and misogyny. It is Friday, March 11th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon / evening-ish. As always, we are streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, Twitch, MGTOW.tv, Manosphere.tv, YouTube, and of course in crystal clear, high-resolution 4K to Sharpe stream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Big shout out, big shout out to my snipers on the Sharpe stream side. My snipers on the Sharpe stream side. JBlaze11, Dre Raven, Hellfong, Lair Signal 94, Blackson 500, Kyle 2020, Oxcraig, Ninja Watcher for Life, and then there's another Oxcraig in there. I guess that's more or less an Oxcraig doppelganger. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. JBlaze Double Dippin', Slambright is in the house, Cigar Man, Ice Dragon Kid. I thought he was double dipping, but I guess not. Pardon me. Bad Wrench Entertainment is in the house along with Neil Ray. Big K the Trucker. Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Let's see. Manny Lopez is in the house. Team Peterson. Good to see you all. Average Man Unplugged. Awesome. OG Nando is in the house. Dakid 13. Winston Leonard is in the house. I thank you guys very, very much for your continued support. You guys will never know. You guys will never know truly how much I appreciate your continued support. You guys are the reason I'm here. You guys are the reason I am here. So I guess you guys are talking about The Bachelor in the chat. I don't know. At some point I might do something on The Bachelor. It's doubtful. We'll see. There's not going to be a Love is Blind breakdown tonight. I've got some other things planned for this evening. And it's been a long week. It's been a long week. I've been live streaming for an average. Good God, I think my average live stream this week was 4.5 hours. And this is day 5. Listen, not to take anything away from what Myron and Fresh do, because they do, like, oh my God, they do this all the time. But your boy does it solo most of the time. In about 20 minutes, we are going to be joined by Allie of the Real Femme Sapien. We are going to be joined by Allie of the Real Femme Sapien to help me to break down a portion of this, well, this monstrosity here. Boy, oh boy, was this. Now, I will tell you guys this. I will say this. I'll go ahead and let you guys know I have not watched this yet. I have not watched this. I have not watched any of this. I have not watched any of this at all. And the reason why I haven't watched it is, number one, I just didn't have time today because it was quite a long podcast. But number two, I find that sometimes my best work comes when I am reacting to things organically. In other words, when I'm reacting to things I haven't watched yet. All I know is, I asked one of my consultants, I said, hey, take a look at this video. Let me know who I need to put in the thumbnail. He let me know. And we are off and running. Team Peterson says, you are in for a treat. It would appear so. I mean, just from the looks of it, her, I can already see that she is overweight. She's covered. Dude, she's got tattoos on her. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Yeah, Allie is going to do a show with her husband tonight, but she is going to do a show with me first. And so she's going to join us here She's going to join us here in about 20 minutes. Let me send her the join link while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Very nice. And we will paste that in there very, very nicely. Excellent. Thank God. Dude, I'm going to tell you what, the Stream Deck is next level. Yes, please, guys, gentlemen, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button. Just one quick announcement. Again, the Conference of Masculine Excellence is still going down. May 19th through May 22nd of 2022. It is around half the price. It is around half the cost of the CME one. Just to give you guys sort of an idea. Donovan Sharpe, myself, will be there. I'm the keynote speaker. George Bruno is the official MC of the event. Rollo Tomasi, Myron Gaines, Coach Everett Overton, Kendall Kirkland, the star of Temptation Island Season 3, Hotep Jesus, Fresh Prince CEO, Troy Francis, Modern Life Dating, Book of Alpharonomy, Kevin Savo, Mr. Lucario, with more invitations pending. So hopefully, the invites that I have out will end up coming through. Whether they do or not, this is still going to be a dynamite conference. This is going to be an unbelievable conference. We had a stellar lineup last year. This lineup, I think, is probably better. So, at any rate, guys, listen, I'm not going to waste any more time running off at the mouth about this particular podcast. I'm going to find the proper timestamp where I'm going to go to the ladies' introductions. Okay, perfect. All right, we're going to go to the ladies' introductions, and we are going to start right there. So, again, I've been hearing all sorts of things about this particular podcast. I am told that this woman is the worst guest ever. And just considering that there was SS Karen, Guste Janice, who else was there? There was Monica Muniz, a.k.a. Red. There's, of course, Miss Quantum Physics and her mentor, who could not shut the fuck up. Who could not shut the fuck up. Also, guys, be sure to check out the lost episode of Fresh and Fit. Devin and I were on Fresh and Fit After Hours together, and I aired that earlier on my channel. That was the Fresh and Fit After Hours that we recorded while they were banned from YouTube. They ended up, with the help of Adam22, getting their channel back on point. Without further ado, buckle up, guys.
Ladies, give us your name, your age, what we do for a living, current dating status.
Now, one thing that's kind of an advantage here with me is that now that I know who to look for, I can pay attention to her. So,
and education level. And we'll start right here.
And body count.
One if you want to.
Of course.
Pogson cracks
I'm
me up.
Liv. I'm 21.
What do you do for it?
Good job. For work, I do
Okay, this chick already has party voice. She has party voice.
OnlyFans.
All right. And then
OnlyFans.
Told you.
So she's 21. She has pink hair. She has a half sleeve tattoo. She has the cat claw matte fingernails. She's got the claw. Yeah, she's got the Wolverine fingernails. And surprise, surprise, she has an OnlyFans.
Sorry.
Oh my God, Joe Buck left Fox. Wow.
No.
Okay, that's
Dating status.
Dating status is.
She belongs to the street.
Oh.
yeah. Real quick, not to get off topic here, but holy shit, Troy Aikman left Fox. I think he's with ESPN, and Joe Buck leaving Fox. That's huge. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Holy God.
I like to laugh.
Yeah, she has
And then
party
education
voice.
level.
I think that means she's single, guys. Is that what?
Yeah, she has party voice for real.
Is that what that's what that means?
Currently single, yes.
Okay. All right, and then
No.
Education, technically in school.
okay, you're in school right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, are you? What do you like majoring in?
Political science.
Oh my God.
Okay, fantastic. A useless degree. All right, let's move on. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's. Okay. What about you?
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, they both went to ESPN. Wow, yeah, that's a power move.
My name is Crystal. I'm 24 years old. I'm in a relationship,
Oh,
and
how about that?
I sing, but what I do for work is I waitress. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
hmm
All right.
Oh, and then highest education completed.
Oh, some college.
You know what I'm noticing about the main character, this misandrist lady, is that she seems to be very fidgety.
Okay. All right.
She can't really sit still.
Hi. My name's Natalie. I'm also known as Dab. I'm the oldest one here because I heard everybody say their ages, so I'm the oldest one.
In your 30s?
Sure.
Oh no, she's definitely in her 40s. You can tell.
40s?
Sure.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Buck is doing baseball. Oh boy, I'm sorry guys, but that's big news.
Wow. 1,
No.
2.
Yeah. I'll be 43 this July.
Oh wow. Okay.
Got some experience on the panel.
All right.
Uh-oh.
And I'm
3
a
times.
restaurant manager. And
Oh, what
I'm
manager?
Restaurant manager.
Okay. Cool.
Oh
Yeah.
boy,
And I'm highly educated.
Cool. What's your highest? You got a master's degree or
School of the Hard
bachelor's
Knocks.
Life.
Or? Oh, life.
Oh
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I've been through a lot. Translation: I've been through a lot of cock.
Life educated.
She got a doctorate in this in School of Hard Knocks. All right.
Oh, dude, literally, that's literally what I just said.
Fair enough. And shout out to My Hero shirt. Looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
Hey. Shout out to Anime.
Okay.
Hello.
And you're single or relationship or?
Yes.
Yes, what?
What does that mean? Just guess.
It's everything.
No, I'm single.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm noticing that this misandrist here, she is very, very fidgety. She's very, very fidgety. She's moving around a lot.
No way.
Well, it could have been worse. She could have
Yeah,
said,
she's
you know,
moving
married to
around
the
a
bag
lot.
or-
She seems to be very restless. I don't know what that means, but
Other girls saying I'm like,
Well, she's from Canada, right?
Yes, I
So,
can. I am
okay.
from Canada.
That's awesome, eh?
oh boy.
wrong accent, sir.
I've been here 8.
No, they say 8. Yeah, they say.
Guys, I swear to you, I have not watched this. I swear to you, I have not watched this. This is funny.
Hey, man.
You sound like an Australian.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Correct
Kangaroos.
verbiage, wrong.
Yeah, the 21-year-old OnlyFans girl, she's what we call nasty hot. She's what we call nasty hot. There's a Reddit out there called Trashy Boners. She's the perfect candidate for trashy boners.
Accent.
Correct.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Crikey, mate.
Fresh.
Crikey.
Are you well?
Are you well? Oh, that's
That was a
funny.
good show.
Oh, man.
That's funny as hell.
Oh, what a headache.
What about you?
My name's
Come
Kim.
back.
Hello, guys.
Look him.
I'm 30.
Wait,
I should have never said my age next.
No, I was just gonna say because Brooklyn's in the house.
Okay, yes,
So-
Brooklyn in the house. My name's Kim. I'm 31. I'm single. I'm an entrepreneur, but I actually I've
God.
also teamed up with
Here
a
we
dope
go.
ass production team. Shout out to Trash Mag.
Production team named Trash Mag. Yeah, that's a good sign.
What else? Oh yeah, some college, School of Hard Knocks for sure. And I think I answered all of them. Oh yeah, and I'm single.
All right, cool.
All right.
Cool. Still haven't because it's been a while since you've been on, so you still haven't found the right guy.
I mean, I haven't really been outside. I'm about to be outside though. I'm outside now.
here we go.
I
Here we
was
go.
Inside before, but I'm outside now.
Here we go.
She outside.
Yo,
So-
I haven't been in a relationship in 6 months.
Outside with her.
Now today you got time.
Hey,
Okay,
y'all.
fair enough. All right. What about you?
Miss Trinidad. That's Tobago.
I was gonna be like, why are you
Oh, sorry,
always
too early.
leaving out Tobago?
Oh, she's good
I'm
looking.
Kelsey, 27, high school, from Trinidad and Tobago. Just said that. What else?
Dating status?
Oh, she's
I'm
single as fuck.
Single.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know why you guys acting like something new will change in the span of 2
Well,
weeks.
the
Hey.
people don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
so I
mean,
might fly you
I'm
out.
sure someone might have a offer for you one of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
maybe you can get a man, Chelsea. You
Maybe.
ever think about that?
And then highest education level completed.
High school?
Oh boy.
And trade.
Trade. What trade did you study?
Trade.
I did cosmetology and
okay.
yes.
I think you're
I
going to
just
say how to
said
bubble and wine.
Well, that's a
Fucking
different kind of
fresh.
school.
Ay, ay,
All
ay.
right. All right.
Fresh is
Cool.
killing me. Yeah, I do like the
All right, my
accent.
name
yeah.
is B. I just got out of the U.S. Army 4 weeks ago, and now I'm an internet thotty. I'm 20, and I might add, I'm making 5 times as much as a specialist in the U.S. Army. So I know you got some crusty, dusty U.S. Army specialists on there. If you're a girl, quit your fucking job.
Okay, so a few things here. Very, very extreme masculine energy. She acts very mannish. Clearly, dude, her party voice is worse than worse than Miss Nasty Hot over there. Now, I'm never one to, if I was ever one to make fun of the way somebody looks in terms of things they can't control, then I'm gonna stop that now. A lot of guys say, "Oh, she looks like a man," and this and that and the other. As far as I'm concerned, she can't. I mean, listen, this is just what she was born with. This is how she was born. However, she is extremely overweight. Number one, she's very, very masculine. Number two, and those tattoos are fucking terrible. She looks like she got these tattoos in prison. I don't know what's going on with the leg tattoo. And also she talks very quickly. Any woman who is hyper masculine and talks very fast, talks very quickly, that's a bad sign. That is a bad sign. That is, I don't want to say that that's a red flag, but that's a very, very bad sign in terms of predicting her future behavior. So let's continue, but we're going to proceed with caution.
Cuss on here, right?
Oh my God, she just asked if they could cuss.
Yes, you can.
I'm 21. I'm not answering the last one unless you have a lawyer with like a little con.
She is 21. Dude, this chick is 21 years old. Guys, you can tell that she lives a very, very hard life. You can tell that she has lived very, very hard. And the reason why we know that is because she has party voice, and she's only 21 years old, and she doesn't look like she's 21. She looks like she's about 31. She doesn't look old and decrepit, but she does not look her age. I cannot believe this woman is 21 years old. Holy God.
Distracting shit.
The part about school or the part about having a boyfriend?
Honestly, both.
Okay.
Now, like, my highest level of education is 3rd grade. Okay, but I was
No,
an
it's high
AP
school because you
student.
can't join the military without a high school diploma
Or a GED.
Yeah. So, all right, so we know that. So, are you going to use your
Wow.
Are you going to use your
Think.
No, the I just woke up.
Legally.
I just woke up, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Had a late night
didn't see him
yesterday.
sleeping before this
No,
podcast.
I just woke up.
Oh, you just woke up.
When you go to school for free.
Oh, do you see that? Oh, so she's that bitch. Myron's like, look, dude, like, I've got cobwebs. I just woke up. And she says, I didn't see you sleeping before. You didn't just wake up. So in other words, there's really no excuse as to why he's having this brain fog. He just told her, hey, look, I just woke up. And she's saying, no, I didn't see you sleeping. So you didn't just wake up. So there's no excuse for this ineptitude. Yeah, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Yeah, Lele Zero says living fast and hitting the wall. Hellfung says more like 21 going on 65. Holy moly. She looks old, man. She looks old for 21. I mean, dude, Jesus. Honestly, man, Devin is 45 years old. And she does not look that much older than this woman. Ay.
Free, man. God damn it.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think a Bad Wrench Entertainment, you might be right. She might be capping about her age. She might actually be capping about her age, and I've got Allie on now. We're going to bring her in here momentarily. She might be capping on her age, man, because she does not look like she is 21 years old. I would like to, I don't know. She said she just got out of the Army, so we'll see.
There you go. Are you going to use your GI Bill?
Okay, so I'm Section 3 from the military, and they took my GI Bill away.
Oh, so she was dishonorably discharged. I think that's what that means. Let me do a quick Google search. Section 3 from military. Section 3 from military. Selective Service Act. No local board shall Induction training army for Section 3. DOD's inspectors, da-da-da-da-da. If she got her Montgomery GI Bill taken away, I'm fairly certain that means that she was dishonorably discharged. Listen, my brother and father were both in the military, and so I'm not 100% sure, but somebody looked that up for me. She said she was Section 3'd from the military, so that's a little disturbing. So we'll continue.
You didn't get a DD?
I'm going to bring on Allie here shortly. Just
right?
Huh?
You didn't get a dishonorable discharge?
No.
You got honorable discharge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
How'd you not get your...
I got general under honorable. So I'm not going to elaborate because I don't fucking have to.
Okay.
Oh, generally under honorable. I did not know that there was such a thing. See, there's honorable discharge and then there's dishonorable discharge. This bitch somehow, this is so funny. I had no idea that was the case. You know what? Speaking of which, let me go ahead and bring on Allie now. Because, I mean, Allie was in the military. I think her husband is in the military. Let me unmute your mic. I'm going to switch the camera here. And I'm going to pull some production stuff here. Allie, do you got me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. So talk to me about what Section 3 is. She said under honorably discharged. I have never, and I'm not a military expert, so to speak. But of course, we all know that you are you used to be in the military. So what exactly is under honorably discharged? Now, she's not getting into details because it was clearly embarrassing. She says, well, I'm not going to tell you because I don't have to, because of course it's going to make her look bad. So what does it mean when somebody is under honorably discharged? It's a little confusing to me.
So you would have to go back and look at it because there's other than honorable discharge, I believe as well. But mostly she just got out early. She probably didn't even finish training is most likely what that sort of chapter is, because you get discharged off of chapters.
Okay.
So if you look up chapter 3, it's not section 3, it's chapter 3, but it also depends, was she active, was she guard? But it seemed like she probably just didn't enjoy training, which happens a lot. A lot of people don't finish basic training.
Well, it's not supposed to be enjoyable though, am I wrong?
Oh no, but it's not even hard.
Oh,
I mean, for a woman, it's not even hard. Yeah. So I was on crutches for most of my basic training because I got injured a lot just being a woman.
Sure.
So for me, it was super easy. But in general, all you're doing is getting yelled at and working out. They can't hit you anymore. They can't even call you certain names. Everybody's watching them.
Yeah.
It's the most PG military experience possible. So
That's
some women just don't
incredible.
like it though.
Well, I mean, listen, man, I'm not saying that the military is supposed to be fun, but it's not supposed to be enjoyable. You're serving your country. Am I wrong?
Oh no, you're definitely correct. It's not supposed to be the best experience in the world. But right now you have to understand too that the military mostly serves as a social program. Do you want steady financial income in your early 20s? Do you want to be able to go to college without being in debt? It's not really for what it used to be.
Oh, wow. Now this is the first time I'm hearing this. So you said it's not what it used to be. So so you just described it. It's basically if you're a young person and you want a steady income through your 20s, maybe travel, see the world, that's what the military is essentially for.
Well, to get into the Army, different branches have different standards, but all you need to do to get into the Army is not be near mental retardation and don't have a record. You just need to not go to jail. So it's pretty easy.
Okay. All right. Well, for me, that's definitely never going to happen for me. And I think I've aged out. I'm 44. I think, what's the oldest you can be to join the military?
I think 35. I met one female. She was joining the Air Force again, and she was 35. But she was also thin and athletic. It was probably for benefits. Also, not that hard to get paid for the rest of your life from the military either. Not that hard.
Would you have to serve like 30 or 20 years or something like that, or 30 years?
No, it's not that. It's one of the more physically demanding jobs, right?
Okay.
And so if you get physically injured, they will document it, and then they have to offer you some sort of compensation. At a minimum, they'll offer you medical coverage. But if you know ways to move around the system, you can basically get paid for the rest of your life. I've seen people finesse. I don't appreciate it. I think that's wrong, but it's easy to come up on a buck.
Okay. Come up off a check. So Devin in the chat says, other than honorable discharged, this is the most severe of the administrative discharges that do not require a court-martial. Reasons for other than honorable discharge may depend on the severity of the offenses. However, how a particular branch of the military traditionally handled such cases and other issues and other variables. So it really just sounds to me like she couldn't cut it.
That or she did something silly. So we'll have
She
to
said
find
she
out.
doesn't want. Listen, she said she's not getting into details because she doesn't have to, which means she did something stupid. I think that's fairly obvious. Okay, so we are going to. All right, so let's continue with the breakdown. Anytime, Allie, you want me to pause it, just tell me, hey, pause it for me, please.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here we go.
But guess what? No more military for me ever. They promised me that.
I've never heard of that. General.
Wow.
Never heard that one.
Yeah, I
before.
know, because you weren't in the military, were
Yeah.
you?
No, I was.
Oh, this is so funny. Oh, you weren't in the military, would you? She has no idea that Myron was a federal agent. This bitch.
Not.
Wow.
But,
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
No, I was not.
Coast Guard, if anything, right?
Did this bitch?
Oh no!
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, that's an epic diss because everybody looks at the Coast Guard as the bottom of the barrel. Although I want to say, young men, if you're watching, excellent benefits program. You should probably do it. It's probably one of the safest branches. But she is literally just dogging on Myron right now.
It sounds to me like she's already. Yeah, the thing is and because Myron was never in the military. See, my father and brother were both in the military, and so I'm up on a lot of that stuff. And when she said probably Coast Guard, that right there would signal to me what she came there for. She obviously came to just kind of rile Myron up, is what it sounds like. It sounds like she just came on to troll, because right out of the gate, you probably weren't in the military. Oh, probably Coast Guard, right? Myron doesn't understand because he wasn't in the military, but this stupid bitch doesn't realize that Myron was a federal fucking agent, and less than 0.5% of applicants to the to work as a federal agent. Only a very, very small amount get in. So let's continue.
I mean, Coast Guard is a part of the military in times of war.
No, and they're very important.
In times of war, they are considered. They get merged into Department of Defense, but that's a whole other thing.
Here we go.
They're a real branch, guys. Liv, stop talking shit about the Coast Guard. Bro.
What?
I always tell you.
Love the Coast Guard. Back the Coast Guard.
Are these girls sisters? They
That's
sound
what
like
I always
sisters.
Right, Coast Guard people in chat are about to roast y'all, man. Okay. Okay. So and then so single. You left the military. You said OnlyFans too. Is that what you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I plug my app?
This is funny as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Myron assumed she had OnlyFans, and he was right. What were you going to say, Allie? Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is crazy. So lately, I've been seeing female service members, and sometimes they're actually active duty, right? And they're coming out with OnlyFans, or they're putting up bikini pictures. And I'm telling you, the military, yes, in their private social medias. And there are certain policies and regulations, but one of the things that's not regulated is what kind of material you can post online outside of a protest. Wow. But when I joined in 2014, we had senior NCOs pull us to the side, and they're like, look, you want to have civilian casual dress day, right? Just know if you dress in a way that they have something to look at, it can cause you problems. But that's the decision up to you. You got to be a grown woman. So I've been seeing a lot of that lately, just like active duty female service members with OnlyFans. I'm like, are you crazy? Because your commander could go in there. Do you want him looking at you? Because he might.
Well, here's the thing, Allie. She might actually want him looking at her because that might get her benefits. I mean, let's just keep it a stack, right?
Oh yeah, there's always scandals. There's always somebody sleeping with somebody they're not supposed to. It's great.
This is what this is why women shouldn't be in the military, because women end up fucking. This is why women in the workplace always ends up fucking things up. Listen, shout out to you. You served, I didn't, but this is why this is a bad idea.
What's your OnlyFans?
It's at the BG, spelled BEAGEES.
Italian stallion.
And it's called, but that's my ad is at the BGs.
Oh my
and
God.
it would be the Italian
Cool. So this bitch is, oh my God. So this chick is from up north.
You know why?
Why?
Get fucking guess.
I have no idea. You watched Rocky before you made your OnlyFans? I don't know.
Okay, my mom's lawyer used to call me Rocky.
Call me.
Can you guess why for that one?
Dude, there's nothing. There are no redeemable qualities about this woman.
Why?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. This is a guessing question. It's a guessing game.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to see her shit talk the Coast Guard, go to her OnlyFans.
That's all I do on there.
Very, very, very well played.
Okay, so
some chats here.
where are we at here?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, we don't want to.
Okay, so we got. Oh, and by the way, just so y'all know, guys, we're numbering the after hours, and we're also numbering the Fresh Fit
Okay,
podcast.
so,
This is episode 2 of the Fresh Fit podcast after hours. Even though we
Super
have over 1,000 episodes backed up, but now we're actually going to decide to number them so you guys can quickly find the episodes that you need to check out.
Okay, there we go.
A-R-N-E-Y. Hoopla.
showed them-
Remember it.
You showed that McLaren?
Myron's real son Hamza. Hey, Daddy Myron, I want milk from the one.
Wait, does it look like I am? You could answer that.
Uh-oh.
Free on the internet.
You know what? I am thirsty right now.
Here we go.
Really slacking on biology in school. Like it's I'm just gonna.
This bitch talks too much, Allie. She talks too much, and she is what you would describe as a quarrelsome woman. What are you just in the 14 seconds you've heard her speak? What are your first impressions of this chick?
I mean,
This is
look, I'm
insane.
sorry. I'm allowed to judge. I'm allowed to judge.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
on
of
Donovan's
course.
channel. If you want me to be nice, come to my channel, subscribe.
Oh,
so
yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, I don't. So she's saying that he's a little bit slow on biology, and I'm looking at her like she doesn't even talk like somebody who has received an education in the first place.
Right.
Also, her tone of voice, it sounds like she either vapes a lot of nicotine, smokes a lot of cigarettes, or she smokes a lot of the ganj. So I mean,
This is
she's
called-
not a quality kind of woman, but that's the platform. You know, you DM Chris. He's like, all right, you want to make a fool out of yourself? You can go ahead and do
Fine.
it.
Yeah, fine. Listen, this is what we call party voice. Party voice is yes. Her and the 21-year-old OnlyFans. We call her Nasty Hot. Holy God. King James 813 $5 super said she aged worse than Selena Powell. Yes, she does. DJ Berserk with the $10 super chat says, this is what I meant from yesterday. She's the redheaded man. She tried to troll and ended up getting triggered. Well, we are about to find out.
Honestly, all I'm gonna say is biology is free on the internet. So
Well,
listen to that.
I think he's saying he wants to suck on your titties. That's what he's trying
I'm
to say.
saying milk doesn't come out unless you're fucking nursing, dummy.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
fucking mean?
Are you nursing?
I'm not. And wait, does it look like I am? You could answer that in the comments.
I mean, Chad
Oh
wants to
my
know if
God,
they can
this
know-
chick.
You guys got to get the angry man on the show, and that's from Mark G. All right.
Yeah, I didn't see a DM from him on Instagram, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Rem, $10. Ask the women if they know what a traditional woman and if
Hang
they
on a
actually
second.
qualify themselves as traditional human living. Someone can
Dude,
cook and clean, so don't
look
cap
at this
about doing
attention
the
whore. Look at
basic,
this.
doing the
What
basic
is she
human living.
doing? What
You
in
wanna-
the
you wanna do
world?
that? No.
Nah.
Okay.
What the
Yeah, 'cause
fuck?
bro, you got your
Yeah.
answers. You already know what time
You
it
know,
is.
I wanted to answer that one a lot.
We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back.
All right.
Yeah,
We-
please
we
don't.
know.
Yes,
I
trust.
know.
Yeah. We know the answer, sweetie.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
strong.
trolling. Look me in the eyes. Does it look like I'm lying?
No,
all
you're
I
trolling.
want to do is cook a nice hot meal when
All
my
right.
husband comes home from work.
So-
That's it.
She's not going to clarify what the meal would be, though.
Okay.
Poison. No,
She's definitely.
Traditional.
Yeah, Devin says she's pure. Dude, this is wow. Like I'm blown away. Like this girl is. Oof. Okay.
Well, I think sometimes women from, I don't even know if it's a socioeconomic status, because if you like to party, you like to party. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor
Sure,
in that instance.
sure.
But I think some women genuinely think if you're the cool chick at the party, then that's how you get a man, because they're only used to hanging out in friend groups and smashing within the friend group, right? So some of these women, they think that these are like redeemable qualities. I think I fell into a little bit of that. I was like, oh, well, if I'm just cool, that's gonna get me a partner, and that's not actually how that works. You're actually more likely to get a partner if you just stop the party scene, get out, try to fix your life, but you got to get out while the getting's good, though.
What is this, 1997? Like she's acting like it's 1997, where guys are attracted to the ball buster type chick, but she is, dude. This is a lot. This was a lot worse than I thought it would be. I thought it would. I just didn't realize it would be so bad. This woman is. Look, man, God, I guess at the risk of being judgmental, I don't want to call anybody trash, but I'm going to call her trash. This woman is absolute trash. The tattoos, the attitude, the potty mouth. She's got the northern accent. Listen, if you're going to be the worst accent that you can have if you are trailer trash, if you are white trash, is northeastern. At least if you're from down south, I mean, I guess if you're from down south, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm biased towards that because I lived down there for so long.
No, you're not. It's true. It's true. There's something about these Northeast accents.
Yeah.
They're just naturally combative. It's like the female version of Ja Rule running around.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
there's a few of them.
Man, oh man. Yo, my friends call me Rocky, and oh my God, this is gonna be tough to get through. Like, we're only a few minutes in, man. I don't know if I can make it. Holy God, let's continue.
It's traditional.
All right, guys, chill. Let me get through this. All right. Okay, so shout out to 600K. Haven't caught the short live in a while at 1 mil almost.
Yeah, 21 in Miami.
Ever thought of bringing on King Nasir? Don't know who that is.
Why is this old ass nigga still talking about us? That's funny.
Shout out to Michael Vick.
It's like, bro, we don't it's like, what? Y'all going on rants about us? We don't even care about you guys like that. Bro.
Here we
What the
go.
fuck? Like, y'all are like,
We getting lit, man.
yeah, I guess we're that lit. Like, you got A-list celebs talking about us and shit.
There you go.
Myron.
You want to drop your IG for him? I think that was him hitting on you.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually.
Okay, more too. How would y'all teach y'all future sons how to deal with girls?
Uh-oh,
How would
here we
y'all
go.
teach y'all future daughters how to deal with boys?
Oh my
We
God.
say every show.
Wait, don't.
No, no, he wants the girls how would they tell their sons to deal with women. I'm actually kind of intrigued to hear this.
Okay.
We'll start here. What would you tell your son on how to deal with women?
I would say
Top
bitches be
tip.
wild and you know what? Like if a bitch is talking
Okay.
back to you, just pimp slap that hoe. Like what the fuck happened to women these days? They don't know where the fuck their place is in the kitchen.
Okay, this has gone completely sideways. So this woman just said pimp slap that hoe, but that's not, I mean, listen, man, like the way this was marketed to me by my audience was that this woman was a misandrist, yet here she is saying pimp slap that hoe, and women, is she trolling? She's gotta be.
I am sort of. Well, I gotta stop being surprised. I think I'm just out here in the Midwest thinking that everybody out here goody two shoes Becky.
Yo,
There's
this
this thing in
bitch.
psychology called the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it's basically
Oh, I've heard of this, yeah.
that you're too stupid to tell that you're stupid. Right?
Right.
Basically, she's saying women don't know their place, but she obviously doesn't seem like a woman who would know her place, but she's not smart enough to figure that one out.
Yeah. Devin in the chat says she's taking the extreme misogyny stance. She is a troll. Yeah, this is. I think she's trolling. This is clearly what they call a plant. This woman, like Monica Muniz, aka Red, she showed up to just troll and try to get kicked off and try to get her viral moment. A lot of girls do this on Fresh and Fit now because they know that Fresh and Fit has a lot of clout. So if they get on and make an ass of themselves, what they can do is they can claim the victim like Asian Doll did. Oh, just speaking up for all black women, even though Asian Doll made a complete fucking ass of herself. She got her viral moment.
I don't know where women get this stuff from. They just completely mix up, or maybe they're looking at clips. I have no idea.
They look at clips. Women are lazy.
I've met Myron and Fresh, and they seem like genuine, regular human beings.
Yeah.
And I also listen to the content of what they say.
Yeah.
They don't outright make fun of one specific demographic of women.
Nope.
They'll make fun of any bimbo.
Nope.
How about that?
That's right. That's exactly right. Holy God. All right, let's continue if we can. Jesus.
That's what I would tell him. I'd be like, keep your fucking head up, king. And I'd be like, head up. My kid would never be short. I can't say that word. That's a 4-letter word in my mouth. But yeah, no, I would just tell him, I'd be like, if that bitch talks to you funny, pip slap the hoe.
Fantastic. Okay, so get your son arrested for domestic abuse.
Just like mommy.
All right, what about?
Oh my God, this is.
What about you?
Son.
What would you tell your son? The one piece of advice you would tell him to deal with women?
I would tell him to go with God.
She said, "Go with God."
Fantastic advice.
Oh boy.
All right, what about you, Brooklyn? What would you tell him?
I don't know. Can you skip me? I gotta think about it.
You gotta think about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What about you? What would you tell him?
Biggest lesson is reciprocation. Everything needs to be reciprocated. So
Okay, see, now, listen, this woman is 42, 43 years old. She's just trying to sound smart. Reciprocate. It's probably the biggest word she knows.
She really is in her 40s?
Yeah, she's in her 40s. She looks like it. Listen, she looks okay, but she is in her 40s. I think she's like 42, 43. Yeah.
Whatever
I'm just
he's
surprised
feeling.
to see a 43-year-old woman on Fresh and Fit. Why
Well-
aren't you home?
Well,
But,
listen.
I mean, Janelle went on there. Not
Janelle
like
was
her,
on there
so-
and Devin was on there. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. I mean, if you're an average, everyday, run-of-the-mill woman at 40-something, 40-some-odd years old, then what the fuck are you doing on Fresh and Fit?
He should reciprocate back.
Hmm.
And if it's like, if he's not feeling it, then you don't reciprocate it, then you shouldn't be in that relationship.
Oh,
So you're
well,
saying if
oh
he dates
boy.
a girl, he should see the effort on her end and then give it back.
Yeah, it's a two-way street because I
Oh,
feel
boy.
men are just as valuable in a relationship as a woman. So
Oh,
they need to
men are just as valuable as a woman. Oh, awesome.
feel valued the
Great.
same way women do. So it should be a two-way street.
Uh-huh.
I take care of my men. Like if he's not taking care of me, I shouldn't be in that relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're single though.
Exactly.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
ain't nobody take care of me the way I take care of them.
Ah, there it is. See, here we go. Oh, okay, so Slam Bright says she's trying to get a man. Yeah, she's trying to get a man. And of course she blames it on men because men don't take care of me like I take care of them. Okay, yeah, whatever.
So that's real. Sky Chris, bro. Put the camera on you when you bro.
When you talk, nigga, put it on you, bro.
Put on you, bro. Make us look crazy. Okay, so you just want him to get reciprocation from the girl. You shouldn't be chasing a girl doing all that effort.
Exactly.
Okay, fair.
I mean, get a girl that respects you, respects herself, and reciprocation. If she really likes you, she'll reciprocate.
Okay. What about you? Would you tell your son to
I
deal
would-
with women? One tip?
To deal with women,
Yeah, how to yeah.
I would.
These bitches actually, her and the other chick sound like they're friends, or they sound like
I
they're
think it's just-
sisters.
I think it's just female in-group preference or where we become agreeable because I think there's different words for reciprocity, but the first chick said reciprocation, so the next chick is going to say reciprocation.
Huh.
The third chick might.
Oh wow, Jesus. Okay.
They only deal with hot bitches.
Yeah, mids. Are they a mid or
Good
not?
advice.
Because you have to be specific.
Yeah, no mids.
No what?
Alyssa Wilkins says, "Why would she want to take care of her? What does she bring to the table?" Alyssa, you didn't know? She is the table.
Mints?
Mids.
Oh, no, mints.
Not in this household.
Okay.
They're
no,
mean to us.
no average
Hot
women.
bitches are nice. Look, all these bitches are nice.
I
And
mean,
they're hot.
Okay.
Okay.
all right.
Moving on. And from this point forward, how many viewers do we got? Already 5,000?
Yeah, we got 6K.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. Okay, so guys, from this point forward,
They're both from Alaska? Oh, they are actually friends. That makes sense. What the fuck are they doing in Alaska? Oh boy.
we're only gonna read
20 and up.
20 and up. I thank you guys so much for donations. Every single chat's gonna be shown on air. Don't worry. But we're only gonna read 20 and up just so that we can get into the show.
Yo,
so I'll read
King
the rest
Life,
of these right
stop
now.
Fucking yelling at me, King Life. Relax. God damn.
K Moore,
All right.
what's he doing? He's probably talking shit
Okay,
about
here we
Joe
go.
Budden.
We're gonna get to the good
Yeah,
stuff. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
I hope this one. What? I missed that.
doesn't hurt us bad.
Okay, so let's just get into the topic now.
Let's do it. Here we go.
For more, right,
I'll read them after. I'll read them after.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. So, ladies, in your humble opinion,
Here we go.
what happens on a girl's trip?
Okay, Allie. Okay, Allie. I want to get your answer. What happens on have you ever been on a girls' trip?
I haven't been on a girls' trip, but I also know how I act when I don't have my man around me, not in an obvious and disrespectful way, but
Sure.
there's that weird feeling that you don't have any sort of male protection. You're like, I gotta go get one, but you're like, wait a minute, no, like I'm in a relationship, I don't need to go get one. So I just think hypergamy is very real, and I don't think women should go on girls' trips. So you know how we're doing the CME in May.
Yeah.
I would love for Tom to go with me, but he's got work. Uncle Sam owns him, right?
Sure.
So I already have a plan in place that my mom's going with me if he can't come.
Oh man,
right?
he's got to be able to come, dude. You gotta do something.
Oh yeah. So you just gotta cover your bases. The thing is that hypergamy will sneak up on you, right? Because you go out there on a girls' trip, you probably do mean well.
Wow.
But maybe your
Hypergamy
relationship
will
isn't
sneak up
airtight.
on you. Okay.
Maybe the sex life isn't as on point as you want it to be. You get a couple drinks in you, right? And especially if you're past the wall and some guys are shooting you, some looks and some validation, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you, there's probably a couple wives who did not mean to cheat, but they did anyway. Because alcohol, it just takes you off of any sort of any sort of accountability. Well, I don't want to say accountability. It's just your brain and your body's running the show.
I'll put it
and
to you
might
this
not
way.
Listen to you.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Allie. You said that there were some wives out there who probably didn't mean to or intend to cheat. that's bullshit. Because if she goes on a girls trip without her husband in the first place, then her intention was to cheat. Now, I do agree with this part. Hypergamy does sneak up on you. Like, it really, really, really does sneak up on you as a woman, because you don't necessarily have to go on a girls trip for hypergamy to sneak up on you. It could sneak up on you at work. It could sneak up at you at the gas station. It could sneak up on you anywhere. And just like you said, if your relationship isn't exactly airtight or things aren't the way they should be, that's when infidelity can occur. But what happens on girls trips, I'll just go ahead and let you know. Girls fuck. And the reason I know this is because I lived in one of the girls trip capitals of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, where are you from? I'm from Omaha. I've got a boyfriend. I've got a husband. Oh, yeah. I'm from Omaha. I'm from New York. I'm from Florida. I'm from Sweden. I'm from Brazil. Dude, I have fucked chicks from around the world, and they almost always have a relationship.
I think you're right. I think I'm just doing that thing where I'm trying to cover for women, even though I don't know why I'm trying to do it. But somebody in the chat just said this. They were saying Jody effed many wives in the military. That's
of course he did. Yes, he did.
That's true.
That's
there
right.
are people with sneaky links. I remember being deployed, and you would be like, "Those two? It was them," and you're like, "Oh my." Like, she has a husband. I know her husband.
Yes.
And it's
right.
drama.
Right.
So I think you're right. I think I give a lot of good girl advice. Okay, I'm a little bit biased, but your average wife, she probably would. This
is incredible. What you guys just witnessed is a woman that has self-awareness. She says, "You know what? You were right. I was wrong. I was doing the sisterhood uber alles thing where I was trying to cover for women, but you clearly, this is what women have to be, man. Women have to be self-aware. Women aren't perfect, guys. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to fuck up. But as long as, like Allie, you can say, oh, you know what? Let me put the brakes on this. Yep, I was just being a woman at that point, and I needed, dude, this is, listen, your husband, Tom, has glowing things to say about you. Holy moly. In the text, he's like, oh my God, I love my wife and this and that. I was like, okay, wow, these two really are, you guys are,
he built abroad.
Yes, he did. Yeah, listen, I built a bitch as well. So you guys know how that goes. Let's continue.
And we'll start right here.
On a girls trip, I think it depends on the individual girl.
Oh boy, here we go.
Generally speaking, from your point of view, what happens on a girls trip? Keep it 100%. What do you see
I don't
happen?
know.
Oh, listen to this.
Going out.
Okay, going out. What else?
And getting,
I don't know. It depends.
Listen to her. Listen to her acting brand new. Oh, I don't know. It depends. See, you see what, and this is what you just talked about. The sisterhood uber alles, there's sort of an unwritten rule book, right? It's an unwritten rule book. Women are just going to cover for other women. Women are never going to say, you know what happens on girls trips is girls cheat on their husbands, they cheat on their boyfriends, they have unprotected sex with random men, random locals, etc., etc., etc. They never want to do that. And here's Fresh putting her on the spot, and she cannot do it. Why is that, Allie?
I think we learn how to speak as women from other women. So you can tell that Rolo talks about this in his book, The Rational Male. Read it. Women primarily first will speak covertly, and then when we run out of options, like you're not getting the hints, then we'll come out and say it. So we're dodging your text messages, but then at a certain point we end up bumping into each other, and it's just like, look, I just don't effing like you. I don't want to date you. I don't find you attractive.
Yeah.
So I think that our first option is just to water things down to try to make ourselves look a little bit better.
Sure.
But it's weird because if you talk to your girlfriends behind closed doors, you can be absolutely raunchy and
of course.
honest. I think it might be only when men are in the room.
Yes. When men are in the room, women cover for each other. They cover for each other in the presence of men, but in the presence of each other, dude, if this was an all-girls conversation, what happens on girls trips? We get drunk and we suck the dicks of the locals. That's really what happens.
Going out to the club and shit.
Oh, there it is.
So you say a lot of parties when you go on girls trips.
This is funny.
But there's girls who, like, if they have, like, guys, I've seen girls, like, go out on trips and they just, like, you know, they're vibing.
Here we go.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So you would say, for the most part, if girls go on girls trips, they go to parties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. I would say that.
This is so funny.
Brunch, you know, maybe like
Did this bitch
a little
just
bit
say
of a
lunch?
bar club.
Bar club.
Just having a good time.
Uh-huh.
Brunch and dinner and
What the fuck is she
clubs
talking
and
about?
yeah.
Lots of food.
Oh,
Yes,
food.
bottomless
She said brunch and
Anyone?
mimosas.
Nope, me.
Yeah, brunch happens after you get fucked. That's what happens. Yes.
We love.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Okay.
Tavern. There.
So, girls' trips would be when girls would get together and you all have a sneaky link wherever
Oh
you're
my
going.
God. Isn't it? Listen, Allie, she literally just said what you just said. Interestingly enough, the women who tend to be the most honest on Fresh and Fit are the women who are older. This woman is 42 years old. She said, all right, y'all aren't going to say it, so I will. Sneaky links. She used your language.
Well, I want to say too that I think men may or may not understand it. It's when we go back for the hometown guy, and the reason behind that is because we met him when we were 14, maybe through year 18, and he made you feel young. That romance kind of never dies, and it's always idealistically in your mind as a woman. And so a lot of women they will go to the ends of the earth just to hook up with the dude from high school,
Of
and
course.
it's just because he still makes her feel young.
Yep.
Which is why he shouldn't do girls trips. I mean, it's too easy to DM an ex. Too easy.
Wow, dude. She said what you said. Sneaky links.
And that's what a girls' trip is. You go with your girls because you understand
There it
the
is.
assignment, and you all gonna keep quiet about what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Brunch is in there, clubs is in there.
Uh-huh.
But the real deal is because somebody has somebody or something, or some buddies that they gotta see in a certain place.
Woo!
They have to have somebody with them to make their story
Ooh.
legit.
Wow.
Listen
And so
to
they call the girls,
this.
See?
Oh, wow.
and we go. And that's what happens on girls' trips.
Wow. So they're not just fucking the locals. They're actually meeting niggas out there. What?
Yeah, I think you could. All you have to do is send a couple of messages. Just, I'm going to be here in this town at this time. And I'm sure, I mean, some guy is going to holler at you. And
Of
you
course.
might not even, it's so funny too, because you would think maybe he won't. But sometimes they come sniffing around. To this day, if I go to my hometown, which I don't, I still have ex-boyfriends like sniffing around for me, randomly ended up in my inbox. I'm like,
Sure,
okay.
sure.
Like, all right. Mm-hmm.
This bitch just exposed. Yeah. Lair Signal 94 said this bitch just exposed the whole game. Real talk.
And we'll talk about, like, we went to church. And,
Mhm.
all we did was get dressed up and go to brunch. No, because when you went to brunch, you met somebody, and brunch turned into dinner and turned into the club and everything like that. So,
Crystal, you mad?
Yo, she.
I'm not mad. I just think like
See, Crystal is mad because she broke the code. She just broke the girl code, man. She ain't supposed to look. She wasn't supposed to out y'all like
to
that.
each their own.
Bit of a breakdown. I can't even.
To
that
each
was-
their
At the end of
own.
the day, not every girl needs to have a sneaky link, but you go in there to support one or another or two. Like, there's always
Wow.
somebody that has somebody somewhere where you're going.
Yo, she's giving up all the game.
Well, that's that experience. That's that education. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. She knows what it is.
1990.
We went to women's trips.
Back in my day.
Back in my days when.
Okay, Lily, what about you?
Damn, dude. Devin, you need to remind me to clip that girls trip thing. Because the bitch just gave up the whole game.
Girls trips
Crystal is on a Miami girls trip. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why she was feeling some type of way.
is to go outside, get cute, go out, drink, have fun.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about sneaky links. Is what if you go out as, you go international. You don't know nobody out there. It's
This
like whatever happens
bitch.
on the trip,
This,
stays on the trip type
this
thing.
bitch. She talking out of both sides of her mouth. She's not, well, I mean, you don't have to know nobody. You can go internationally. What happens on the trip stays on the trip. So you don't have to know anybody. She's right, but she's still going out there to fuck.
International, you got
Let's
enough
be
time to
real here.
plan.
What if they don't speak
If you
English?
go somewhere,
It don't matter. They ain't got to speak English. See, you hear all these girls trying to come up with excuses as to why they're not fucking these dudes on these girls trips.
niggas are gonna pull up to you and talk to you. So you can meet niggas regardless.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we going
Uh-huh.
outside.
Uh-huh.
We hanging out.
Okay. Kelsey, what about you? What is a girl's trip?
I would say
Oh, you're drunk.
Oh boy.
I would say go to a Caribbean island and turn up. Go out to a carnival.
By the way, turn up means party. Turn
Yes.
up means to party.
Yes.
Okay.
Turn up means to party. Yeah. So yes, So I will say that, like, just having fun and just free
What's fun?
enough, because at the end of the day,
nobody knows you.
Oh, there it is. At the end of the day, nobody knows you. Translation: if you get up to some hoe shit, ain't nobody gonna find you out. Let me ask you this: were there other girls in your unit in the military that talked about girls trips, or is this something that you guys avoid talking about?
The deployment is the girls' trip. What you talking about?
What?
No, so I was. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh yes.
Give it
There's so
up.
much
Give it up.
infidelity. And women, we live in the same barracks. Story time.
Let's
Story
do
time.
it. Let's do it.
So one of the chicks in the barracks, she was a single mother. She was not in a relationship. So she ended up coming out with an EPAR allegation. But keep in mind, we're in a trailer and the walls are plywood, and it did. I'm not going to say that she was an outright liar, okay? But all I'm saying is there's no way we wouldn't have been able to hear anything.
There
and
you
he was
go.
doing nice things for her. Maybe she didn't want to get caught. I'm not sure. Then there was another married woman who wanted to stay in the male's barracks and was causing a fuss because she couldn't. Right? But to us, we're like, of course you can't be over there. What are you talking about? So, I mean, the deployment itself is the girls' trip. And the same thing happens in basic training. Not really, because too many people are watching you. So AIT, they give you little weekend passes.
Yeah.
I'd have never seen women so loyal unless you're trying to get a lay and it's not commitment involved.
Yeah.
Like I've had girlfriends. I mean, this was months ago. Obviously, Tom no longer likes this friend, but she is telling me that she would help me finesse the situation. I'm sitting here like, girl, why would I want to do that? So women are very loyal if you're trying to get a piece on the side. I don't know why, because typically they stab you in the back.
Well,
not for that.
Well, here's the thing. They'll stab you in the back because they helped you. So it's almost like a girl, I'm going to help you. They're doing the sisterhood Uber Alice type thing, but let some shit go sideways, and she'll come at you with like, listen, I know what happened in Cabo. I know what happened in Vegas, and I helped cover the shit. I got the receipts and the pictures, and if you don't do or say X, Y, and Z, that is it's funny. Women will actively cover for each other. This is and this is so funny because women always talk about, oh, well, he's keeping me away from my friend and he's isolating me from my friends. No. The reason why your man tells you that he does not commit to women who have friends like you do is because he knows that friends like you do will not only cover up the cheating, but they will help facilitate and even suggest the cheating.
Because it might not even be on your mind, but so even myself, I'm very pro accountability.
Yeah.
But even I don't have time for these women's drama if they decide to step out on their man. All I'm gonna do is stop being her friend.
There
so
you go.
Then if you're watching and I'm friends with one of your girls, and all of a sudden I disappear, it's because she cheated on you.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's exactly what it is. Wow. Okay. Breaking the girl code. Let's continue.
exactly.
And Carnival will be wild, man. No clothes on.
Carnival.
Like no clothes.
There it is. Oh, she ain't so feminine no more, is she?
Had like a bit of carnival home. It wasn't like a big thing, but it was a big thing. It wasn't a big thing.
So it wasn't like a big thing, but it was a big thing.
Yeah.
Do you go every year or no?
No, unfortunately I have work.
So Carnival is like a big party back in her hometown, basically.
Okay. Yes,
like,
it is. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, it's a huge
She gave up
event
the
that
game.
happens every single year around February time.
Uh-oh.
We actually have it in Miami too. Like, you guys know the
It's
carnival.
watered down though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So think about that, like
And you
times
party
10 back
from
home.
morning to sundown.
Actually, a
nighttime.
party from like
the whole weekend.
The whole month.
The whole month, pretty much.
Actually, we party all the time, to be honest.
Wow.
Oh, we really do. I went to try to say that we don't, but we actually do party all the time. Like every day is a fete, you know?
Okay.
Wow. This is
Be on the beach, and
A street party.
you know, drink and have fun.
Fun is.
What about you?
All right, so a girls' trip is
Here
a
we
nice
go.
fucking break from the boys, and it's also a budget because let me
This is
explain to
funny.
you something. You go on a trip, you bring your little brothers, your little husbands, all that shit. Guess what? You're paying for everything.
That's a
Right?
couples
And then
retreat.
all these guys talk about, oh, I want to pay for shit.
That's
I
a
don't wanna
couples
pay for
retreat.
shit." Then get the fuck out because I wouldn't be paying for shit if you weren't here.
Okay, so what she's talking about is irrelevant. She's not talking about what happens on girls' trips. She's giving her version of it.
You understand? So whether or not you have a sneaky link, the fact of the matter is, if you go to a club, you got your hot bitches with you, you're not paying for anything. You go with hubby, guess what? You're paying for everything, and your table's probably not going to be as nice.
And he's probably ugly. and maybe short.
Probably maybe. Oh, why would
Wow.
you think I told
Short and ugly. There we are, judging men for things they have no control over.
you about that word,
Sorry,
bro?
Fresh.
I don't like it.
Wait, and isn't that,
Chris said sorry,
like, your
Fresh. I'm
boyfriend,
done.
though?
Dude.
What?
You picked him. You said the hubby's ugly and short.
What?
What?
First of all, who said husband?
Not ours.
No, you said if you bring your man.
We talking to
I'm
other
talking
bitches if they're watching your
generalizations.
podcast.
In general.
Yeah. In general, for most women,
Yeah.
husbands.
Husbands is a 4-letter word for us. It makes us very uncomfortable.
Okay, so already I can tell that that when they communicate, they're very evasive because they said hubby. Hubby means husband. Myron asked her twice, you talked about hubby? The first time she said what? And then she's like, no, we're talking about in general. So we can already see the preemptive goalpost moving, which I imagine is probably going to be very difficult later on. Your thoughts?
So there's two ways to take the husband situation. There is, she literally could still be married and just somehow manage to finesse this trip out to Miami, and the dude is too stupid to be on YouTube. That's one route. The other route is the ghetto female delusion route, where you you're in the talking stage with a guy, or you're still in the initial relationship part 2, maybe been dating for 3 months, talking about my hubby, my hubby, my hubby. Like, no, sis, that's your boyfriend, if that.
Yeah,
If that.
yeah, right. Yeah, listen, if you don't have the ring, don't call him your hubby.
Comfortable.
Usually
Look, she
not
looks
the
very
cutest.
Actually,
uncomfortable
more
right
letters
now.
than that.
It's more letters than 4.
A 4-letter word is a saying, Myron. You can Google it if you want.
It's a figure of speech.
It's okay. I know this is processing.
Listen to asteroid,
No, you
please.
guys just don't make sense, but that's fine. All right.
Myron is stone cold. So she's already tried to troll him twice. And I think Myron picked up on the Coast Guard thing. That's why he kind of fired back. But I think he understands what he is up against now. And when Myron is the embodiment of a type A personality. At 31 years old, Myron has better frame control than I do at 44. Myron's frame control is something that I envy of him. I think that's just something, honestly, man, he's worked at it very hard, but to me, that's a God-given ability. That has never, ever, dude, the frame that I exude, I gotta work long and hard to keep my mouth closed on this stuff. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I absolutely adore my husband, and I think that kind of gets in the way of frame. I think if I was like a little bit less overtly loving, but I can't help it. He's so awesome. But I did have a question for you,
okay,
Donovan. I was wondering, so the problem seems to be that she's like a covert 304. Do men respect an upfront 304? Because I almost feel like that's legitimate. If you know it and you own it, that's fine. You can't complain about not having a husband.
Sure.
But I was wondering your thoughts.
No, we don't respect hoes. Listen, whether you acknowledge that you're a hoe or not, we still don't respect hoes. We still don't. Oh, so you're a hoe, and you're okay. You're gonna tell me you're a hoe. All right, cool. I don't have any more or less respect for a hoe who acknowledges that she's a hoe than a covert hoe, because in my eyes, I mean, hoes are all the same, whether you admit it or not. And really, I mean, there's an extreme sort of black pill / red pill trope that says there are 2 types of women in the world. Okay, there are hoes, and then women who haven't been caught yet. That's really all there. That's really all there is to it. Let's continue here.
So okay, back around.
Oh boy,
around. This way. So, if you have a boyfriend, right? In your opinion, is it okay to travel and go on a girls trip?
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't think that you can be in a relationship where the other person is just constantly telling you shit you can't do.
Constantly telling you shit you can't do.
Like, regardless, I'm going to live my life. So I'm just going to find somebody who's going to let me live my life.
Okay, there we go. So you cannot be in a relationship with somebody just telling you what you can or can't do. I 1000% agree with what she just said. And I say this all the time, Allie. As a man, you cannot tell a woman what she can or cannot do. The only female in your life that you can tell what she can and can't do is your daughter, if you have one. And even still, you don't own your kids. Now, of course, you can punish your kids, and they really do have to do what they say. But outside of that, you cannot tell a woman what she can or can't do. What you can do is you can make clear to her that you don't commit to women who have certain traits, characteristics, and habits. And should she engage in any of these characteristics, traits, or habits, that summarily disqualifies her for commitment. You'll still smash her, but that disqualifies her for commitment. I've said that on this very set, and girls continually call me, "You're insecure, you're controlling, you're toxic." I'm not controlling anybody. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But what women like her have a problem with are the consequences. They want to be able to do what they want to do, which is fine. That's their God-given right and ability, but they don't want to deal with the consequences that come with that. What are your thoughts?
I think that there are some women who really can't be faithful, and I think that they will get resentful of a man that tries to force them to be, which in that case, just let him go, because what are you using him for? Is it the resources? Is it the attention? I mean, attention is a resource itself. Yeah. So you're kind of putting yourself in that own frustration. Well, I mean, she's just using the guy, basically. Right. So I can agree. Some women just don't have it in them. I think maybe some men are like that, too. The thing about it is, if you're going to be a proud spinster, I'm going to need you to go ahead and keep doing that when you're like Cecile up in the nursing home. I need you to be a proud 304 at all times. Okay.
Right. No, I totally agree. If you're going to be a spinster, that's fine. But what she just said is, I want a man who's going to let me do whatever I want to do. Guess what? There are plenty of men out there that will do that. The problem is women, not even women like her, but the kind of man who will let a woman do whatever she wants to do, absent any consequences, repercussions, those are unattractive men. And therein lies the quandary.
And that doesn't always mean cheating. I feel like guys are very sensitive about that. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what?
Guys are sensitive about cheating?
Of course, like why would he not be sensitive about you stepping out on him?
Like okay, I've only cheated on you 3 times this month. Why are you so sensitive about it? What are you talking about? Oh my God, this bitch.
But if you're that sensitive about it, you're probably insecure, right?
There we go. There it is.
Small dick energy.
There
That's
it is.
What they say.
Yep.
That's what's said.
About every guy that has
small dick energy.
Standards. Okay.
I mean, by that standard, wouldn't it be insecure that you don't want a short guy?
What?
Here we go. I was wondering when it was going to start. This is it.
Like, how the fuck does that even add up?
So your standard is you want to be able to do what you want without him necessarily, trying to repress you. But if he's short, so he can't have standards, but you can.
Do you see how she constantly talks in and over and around him? So she's so clearly, and again, this is what women like her like to do when they're arguing in bad faith. They do 2 things, and they do them simultaneously. And you figured this out with Jen. Is they filibuster, which means they talk all the time. They just don't stop talking because they know if they stop talking and you get a word in edgewise, you might actually have a rebuttal. Then the second thing they do simultaneously is word salad. So they switch lanes and rails all the time to make the conversation about something that they're not losing. Have you seen or heard this before?
How have I seen or heard it? I've done it. What do you think? When I first met my husband, I've been actually a lot better about it now, because I just come out and say if I'm wrong. I just cut the chase early. I'm like, you know what? I'm wrong. Like, I don't need the drama. But yeah, think about when you and Devin were first together, when we're getting caught up in the argument and we're wrong, and we're like, trying to distract you, like, hey, look over here, don't look at how I'm wrong.
Yeah, that didn't really happen with Dev. I think the reason why, and I know we're not special, but my reputation preceded me. Devin knew I was Donovan Sharpe. When Devin slid into my DMs, she knew I was Donovan Sharpe. So she knew that she was not going to be able to pull that kind of bullshit. But in other relationships I've had, when I actually did used to argue with women, yeah, it happens. And they're just all over the place. And what that is akin to, really, is I've been in a lot of physical altercations, let's just say, and a lot of guys like to like before there's a confrontation, they basically like to take the baton and twirl it around and flip and do all these air kicks and and they just walk up and hit them. That's really the way women like to argue. So I remember, I'll never forget, I was in a fight with this one guy. I think his name was Brent or Brett, and I forget what it was about. But I hit him once. Dude, I hit him once and I knocked him out. And so we're in each other's face and he pushes me and he's like, oh, okay. And he goes into this like karate kata and he's like doing this slow kata, and he approaches very closely. And I pay close attention to a man's core. You don't watch their face when you fight a man. You watch his chest, because before he does anything, his chest is going to move, if he's going to bob to the left or the right, if he's going to throw a punch, if he's going to throw a kick, if he's going to try to shoot at you, that chest is going to move. And so as he approaches me, as soon as I saw a muscle twitch, I hit him on the left, dude, right on the fucking button, knocked him out. His eye was the size of a fucking baseball, and that was that. The point is that that's what women do, is they do all this other kind of stuff, just like you said, hey, don't look at what I'm doing over here, look at what I'm saying over here. And it's very, very easy for men with good frame to sort of see through. Now, conversationally, I'm a lot better at it than I'm much better at it than I used to be, but Myron's the fucking master. Hear me now? Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I'd lost you. Okay, let's continue.
A lot of guys do have a standard, like, yo, if I'm gonna make you my serious girl, like, girls' trips are like not it.
I'm a misandrist, so I just don't respect men. No offense.
Fair
to
enough.
you.
Okay.
Well, okay. She admitted that she was a misandrist.
Yeah, but does she even really know what that word means?
I think she clearly does. I'm not understanding. This is going to be an interesting chess match, because she talked about slapping that hoe, but then she just came out and said, I'm a misandrist. And so that's why Fresh was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. You're being honest. So let's see where this goes.
I'm just being
at
honest.
least she admits it, and then at least she knows what a misandrist is.
Yeah. Yes.
That's rare.
Thank you very much.
Every time I've said that
I can
word,
read in everything.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Fair enough.
It's funny. Now, that was actually quite clever. I can read and everything. Okay. All right.
So men.
Oh, my
you look at it
God.
that,
This is
I guess
crazy.
men are, I guess, terrible.
I just think they're the weaker sex.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that biologically that's incorrect?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But strength isn't everything, because if you're so fucking strong, like, you still have to think about situations, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen some dumb dummies in the army. They can do all these push-ups, but I would never fucking go to war with them, because they are dumb.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, she is the definition of a misandrist. Oh, he can do all these push-ups, and he can shoot his M16 and his sidearm and side weapon, and he can drive Jeeps and Hummers, but I would never go to war with them because they're fucking dumb, says the woman who probably didn't last through basic training. Like, what's wrong with that statement? So, listen, she said she was a misandrist. So far, she is living up to that billing.
Well, I actually don't think there's much inaccurate about her statement. It's a sad state of affairs in the United States military. I'm serious. Most of those dudes I wouldn't go to war with either.
Oh,
I respect them, but I mean,
okay.
Your average guy, it's just not hitting it. And my husband and I have absolute horror stories about how some of these men out here are like soup sandwiches, is what we call them.
Wow. Dude, I need to talk to my brother, because I didn't realize the military had fallen. See, because Devin and I, we love watching war movies. Dude, 1917, dude, Midway, dude, those war movies are honestly, those are some of the best movies I've ever seen, period, regardless of genre. And the men in those movies, the way they're portrayed, they are all fucking ride or die. They're like, yo, we're fucking brothers. Or hey, we're going to storm the fucking beaches of Normandy, consequences be fucking damned. 33% of their unit is wiped out, and guys are like, dude, we got guys with legs blown off, grabbing their brothers and pulling them to safety. I thought that guys in the military were still like that, and you're telling me that you agree with this woman that they're clearly not.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I think I need to make a clarifying statement. So I saw the most discipline and the most camaraderie in combat arms units. So that's going to be infantry, that's going to be cav.
Okay,
but
that makes sense.
The further away you get from those kinds of jobs, the softer the men become. Does that make sense?
Yes, the further away you get from potential life or death situations, the softer men become. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so she says that she wouldn't go to war with any of those guys. So what she's leaving out is the fact that she's not talking about the combat units, the infantry, the special ops, the black ops. She would absolutely. So the average guy in the military is not in infantry. Is that inaccurate to say?
I would have to look at the stats.
Okay,
I think that might actually be the largest job. But I'm saying when you get to the cushy situations, you get to an aviation unit. The chat might understand what I'm talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It gets real undisciplined real quick and real frumpy.
Well, guess what? I can promise you, this woman was nowhere near any sort of combat units, and so the men that she was exposed to in the military were clearly soup sandwiches.
You can't say all these. I'm sorry, like the R word is bad, but it's part of habit. But I cut it out. I didn't say it. So.
Oh, you mean grape? No. We can call it grape.
Grape. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to be able to think about stuff to be a competent person.
That's what she means.
Special.
Oh, she was talking about retarded. Oh, that's what she was talking about. Oh, okay. They were talking about EPAR. Okay.
Like no. Okay, she means retarded.
Why would grape be the R?
You can say. Yeah, we're gonna kill the Twitch stream right now.
That's it. They're killing the Twitch stream. That's it.
Wait, what did I say?
No, it's fine.
Kyle 2020 on the Sharpe stream side says she tells herself they're stupid just because she annoyed the fuck out of them. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Dude, this so far so good. Listen, I know I'm going to have to, and we're going to let you go here in about 10 minutes because you're doing and we're going to help you to promote your thing with Tom here in about an hour or 2 hours from now?
It'll be in an hour. It's going to be 8 p.m. EST.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'll make sure we get the word out about that before we let you go. But listen, so far I haven't heard anything that listen, clearly this woman is very hard to listen to. She doesn't have any redeeming qualities. She admitted she's a misandrist, and to be honest with you, she's actually quite funny as of right now. So let's dig a little deeper.
I didn't say anything.
No, you're good. So that's fine. We've said retarded before. So okay. So in your opinion,
I don't want people to think I think that's okay. I'm trying to cut it out of my vocabulary.
Oh, okay. So she has a problem with calling people retards, but as long as they're not men. Got it. So she can call men retards, but she didn't. Okay, got it. Okay. Either that or maybe there's someone in her life who maybe has special needs. So we'll see. All right.
Okay, so you think guys are dumb in general?
No, not all men are dumb, but there's the majority of them are very stupid. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How are they stupid?
Oh, here we go.
They're just not very good at thinking.
About what?
About anything, really.
She's like a stand-up comedian, and now she's speaking in generalities. They're just not really good at thinking. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Just that Amy Schumer content.
Yeah, but what she's talking about, Allie, is ridiculous. Men built the world. Like, men came up with most of the inventions. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? You're not really that good at thinking. Who do you think designs parking decks? You think designing parking decks is easy? Like, that's very hard. What is it? 95% of people in STEM careers, science, technology, engineering, and math, are men. So it sounds like they're pretty good at thinking to me. So this is the misandry in her. Go ahead.
I had an epiphany. I was on a flight to go see my grandmother, and also on this flight I was reading the Rational Mail. I don't know if that primed me for the situation, but it just kind of hit me. It hit me like all at once. This airplane was built by men. It was designed by men. And then we're landing, and so all of the men that are on the floor carrying bags, moving bags around, or the air traffic controllers, they're majority men. And I was like, wow, this flight sponsored by men. And I thought, wow, I'm a woman and I just get to benefit from this. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's all this is rhetoric. Well, you're just not really good at thinking about anything, really. Like, it's almost like it's a bit. You know what I mean? Like, these are not her words, right? These are one-liners. These are talking points. She probably saw them, just like you said, from Amy Schumer or Chelsea Handler. And female comedians generally, by and large, are really not that funny. They really, listen, there are a few female comedians who can be funny, but they're just not that funny because they just try too hard. What do you got?
Oh, I don't think they're that funny either. I had high hopes for Ali Wong. Her first two specials were pretty good, but this last special, it was not it. But so many women are not that great at comedy. Taylor Tomlinson's pretty good.
Okay.
Kathy Madigan's pretty good. And then Liza Schlesinger.
Schlesinger. Yep.
She's yes, the shisha.
Yeah.
They're funny. Those women are funny, but they are few and far between.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, she's almost like a bad stand-up comedian. I think that's
Like
what it is.
What do you mean? What do you normally think about?
Like, what do you think
Okay,
about? Like, for
here's
example,
the deal. I feel like men are
merch.
just men think with their emotions, you know? They're just not.
What? See again. See, this is why you know she's just talking to talk. Men, what she's describing is women. Women think with their emotions. Women didn't build the world. And just like you said, and there's a rule that I have. There are rules that I have from my pilot, my dentist, my surgeon, and my attorney. Okay? You need a Y chromosome and gray hair. That's it. You need Y chromosome and gray hair. If you're going to be flying me in a steel tube in excess of 600 nautical miles per hour, 35,000 feet above the earth, need you to have a Y chromosome and gray hair. If you are going to be drilling into my teeth, if you're going to be cutting into my body, if you're going to be representing me where my very freedom is on the line, and I speak from personal experience there, I need you to have gray hair and a Y chromosome. Unless, of course, you're my divorce lawyer. Then I need the 2 X chromosomes. Other than that, I'm good. Your thoughts?
You killed me with that 2 X chromosome situation. I think you're right. I was looking at, I don't even like, here's the thing. I know people don't like to use the terms alphas and betas, but I honestly don't even like working with feminine men. I can't even trust them, lean on them, support them. I mean, I have to modify my behavior at work for them. It's just very stressful. So yes, like bring masculine men back with specialties. Absolutely. Because if you look at a frumpy pilot, nothing gets you more afraid of ending up in the air than a frumpy, unkempt, fat pilot.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. Listen, man, and it's funny because I've never seen a pilot. I've seen a few pilots that carry a little extra body weight, but at least they've got the dad bod. But most of the pilots that I have seen in the cockpit are in fairly good shape. Now, I remember, and I love aviation. My dad was in the Air Force. My dad was in the military for 27 years. Most of that time he served in the Air Force. He did 7 years in the Army and then 20 years in the Air Force. I've been in every cockpit. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you. But the point is that the commercial airplanes, and you know what's interesting, commercial airplanes aesthetically haven't really changed that much really since the 1970s. When the first Boeing 747 jumbo jet came out, it looks pretty much the same as they do now, with the exception of a few little engineering hacks here and there with the little things up on the ends of the wings to save fuel. They look pretty much the same really from the inside and the outside. Maybe they're a little bit more streamlined, but planes in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s, to fly those things, it took a great amount of strength because there was no power steering. Well, now there's autopilot and all this other kind of stuff, but the point is that pilots these days have to be in a certain physical condition because, again, you are in a steel tube with 150 lives on the line. You got to be at your best at all times. Ant Tycoon says Manny WTF is funny. Okay, Cigarman85 says Top Gun is my movie. Okay, Ali, I'm going to go ahead and let you go and prepare for your podcast with Tom. So now you are doing a podcast with your husband, with your husband Tom, and you're doing this because you recently hit 2,000 subscribers. So thank you to all of you who helped to get Ali to 2,000 subscribers. Man, listen, you're having a good 2022. You got to 2,000 subscribers. You got the ring. You got the bag. You're coming to the CME. You just had an interview with Rollo Tomasi. Man, life is good for Ali D.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I couldn't do it without the manosphere. I know it's weird. Why is this housewife in the manosphere? Because y'all were the first ones to help me. So, of course, I'm going to rep. Also, I could be as red pill as I want because my husband's not going to fire me. So if you need some promo, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, so head over to the stream after Donovan's show. We're going to be doing it 8 p.m. EST. It's going to be a live Q&A. You guys can come and ask some questions because a lot of people think they got it like twisted. We're like trad cons or we're in this weird age gap situation. We're just two regular people. If you want to know how that goes, come on by.
Okay, wow. That will be very interesting when I get off this. I think I might tune in because I think that will illuminate I think you guys are going to answer a lot of unanswered questions. She is Allie D, no longer Allie V. Thank you very, very much for stopping by. Thank you for giving us the insight and sort of educating us on the whole military thing. I actually did learn a little bit from that brief interaction. Allie, thank you very much. And hang on one second. I just want to make sure we get this. Right. Yes. Tune in to Allie and Tom's live stream today. Tell them where they can find you on Instagram.
You can find me at RealFemSapien on Instagram. I have a blog, realfemsapien.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me, Donovan.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to Allie D. And I'll see you on Sunday.
Yes.
All right. So long to RealFem at RealFemSapien. Dude, Allie's as solid as they come, man. I like how plainly and candidly she speaks. And she's actually quite funny. All right, so let's really get into this because shit is about to get real. Let us blah 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 blah. Let us come on. Continue.
Yeah, really. You know, I've never seen a girl punch a hole in drywall yet. But I'll let you know if I do. Hey, if you think that's smart, then go right ahead. Because I've seen plenty of men punch think right through some drywall.
So, punching through drywall? So punching through drywall means that you're stupid?
Did that fix anything? No. You know what I do when I'm mad? I figure out what's wrong and I fix that shit because I'm not stupid.
I mean, from a biological standpoint, women are actually far more emotional than men are.
Oh, okay.
And they process their emotions.
Hey, honestly, I take it all back
first
then.
when it comes to decision making.
Hey,
so like that's.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, women are actually far more emotional than men, and this has been proven.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, I mean, I get it. Some guys, you might punch the wall, and that might be an emotional way to deal with it. But
not
women,
you though, Myron. Not you. You're different.
I don't know what your point is there. I'm just stating a fact that women are more emotional than men. So you were incorrect in that.
Oh, okay. My bad then.
Is there a beef going on here?
Yeah, is there like an issue?
No, I didn't say anything.
I mean,
this is so funny. She is really trying to get under Myron's. She's really trying to get under Myron's skin, man. She really is.
Are you uncomfortable, Mr. Myron? What's
no,
the
it's just
problem?
like.
What? I'm
just having a discussion.
That's
just telling
not
you, like,
that's not a.
Because that's like you
okay, then can you like pull up the study?
She
for me?
won't.
If you're gonna tell me stuff is facts, like prove it.
No, we
right?
have a whole link tree actually
Right,
that has all the studies to what
I
we're
have
saying.
a couple of studies you might like. I have a study that says men are worse drivers, and that's why insurance companies charge them more because they suck at driving. So why?
No, men are not worse drivers. We're riskier drivers. See, now she's trying to say that men are not as skilled on the road as women are. Well, if men were not as skilled on the road as women are, then women would dominate auto racing when they were a part of it, right?
Why is it
That
that
has nothing to do with the discussion that men are less emotional than women.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Actually, can I leave for a second? I have to go cry.
All right, moving on.
Wow, she is, dude. This is annoying. This is really annoying. Can I leave? I have to go cry. Like she's trying to be a stand-up comedian. I
The
don't.
next person.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelsey. What the fuck?
Yeehaw.
Wait, what happened to me? I'm so sorry, guys.
This is weird. That was awkward as a motherfucker. Ay, ay, ay.
So, in your opinion,
Oh wait, sorry.
if you got a boyfriend, is it okay to travel on a girls trip and leave him?
Oh, that was the question.
Yeah, I forgot to. Yes, because it's called a girl trip for a reason. You know, you want to just get some space. Space is healthy, you know.
Oh, so Miss Trinidad and Tobago. So Miss Trinidad and Tobago is also, yeah.
That's big.
And yeah, Manny Lopez says Danica Patrick never even she won the Twin Rings of Japan in 2003. Danica Patrick was actually a decent driver in IndyCar. And let's not forget. Give Danica Patrick. I'm going to give her credit where credit is due. She won Rookie of the Year in IndyCar. She won the Twin Rings of Japan, and she was in the lead at the Indianapolis 500 with 4 laps to go before Dan Weldon, God rest her soul, caught her 2 laps later. But when she got to NASCAR, she did not sniff the podium, no.
Space is extremely healthy. Like, you can't just be, nah.
Can't just be what? See? Space is extremely healthy. You can't just be around your man all the time and not be able to do things to replace him, right? That's what that is.
How else could I put this? You know, you can't be down somebody's throat every 2 minutes, you know. I was trying to find a better way to...
See that? You can't be around someone every see, wait, hold on. Let me rewind this. Let me rewind this. Because she's being disingenuous here. This is funny. Go ahead.
Nah. How else could I put this?
See, what she's trying to do is she's trying to think about a false extreme example.
You can't be down somebody's throat every 2 minutes.
Yes, you can't be down somebody's throat every 2 minutes. Nobody said anything about being down somebody's throat every 2 minutes, right? So it's almost like if a girl is with a man that she respects and loves, and one of her friends says, "Oh, you know, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just checking in with Donovan." "Oh my God, you don't have to give him a play-by-play. What is he, your father?" You know what I mean? Or if a girl says, "Hey man, we're going to go out to the club and this and that." Nah, out of respect for Donovan and my relationship, I'm going to forego that because I don't want to put myself "Oh my God, he's got you under lock and key." Doesn't have you under lock and key. She's doing things to respect the relationship. Well, a woman, so what she's trying to say is that the polar opposite of going on a girl's trip is being up somebody's ass every 2 minutes. No. This is not this. She's trying to act like it's black and white. She's acting like, and a lot of girls do this disingenuously. It is either you go on a girl's trip and get butt fucked by 3 different dudes, or you're down somebody's throat every 2 minutes. So clearly we know that Miss Trinidad and Tobago is also a hoe.
You know, I was trying to find a better way to phrase that, but I
Please, space.
couldn't. Yes.
Real quick.
Okay.
Big break here. We got Nick J.
Oh shit.
$500, man.
He goes, "This is for last night's podcast. I caught on the replay. Why guys? I think guys. Okay, I'll just start from the beginning.
Why? Girl, they might ask 50 girls and 49 of them are gonna be.
In your opinion, do you think it's okay to travel and leave him and go with your girls?
Well, most to penetrate, yes. The answer is about the guy's trip.
Wait, it's a sex, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming she means. I'm hoping. I think that's what she means.
I was making sure.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there like? Let's be honest here. It's way easier for women to get sex than it is for men.
Okay, here we go. So this is the part where they're talking about debate on which gender can get sex more easily. Okay.
If you're talking about like to bag them, like okay, but some women, you know, like because then we get attached.
What's that got to do with anything?
That doesn't really have to do with the argument.
This is so funny. That doesn't have anything to do with it. The fact that women get attached sexually more quickly than men, that has nothing to do with the question. The question is can men get sex more easily than men? The answer is yes. Of course, it's infinitely easier for women to get sex. Come on.
Simply saying that it is far easier for women to get sex than it is for men. So a guy's trip is not the same as a girl's trip whatsoever.
Oh, you mean all right? So like, if a girl going on a trip, you think that's easier for a guy to come and just fuck than for a guy to go on a trip with his guys, all ripped up on the beach and just go bag girls and be like, "Yo, let's go in the bathroom real quick." Especially,
I mean, what percentage of men are actually ripped up and aesthetically pleasing to most women?
That's a valid point, Myron.
Let's be honest.
Maybe the first one you've made so far. But
I've made
sorry.
many.
I'm being nice. She's sweet.
Whether you choose to acknowledge the fact is one thing, but it does not change the fact that it's a fact. Women are more emotional than men.
Yeah.
Cigar Man 85 with the $2 super chat says, "These hoes ain't loyal." Chris Brown, absolutely. Quinn Daniels, $5 says, "The troll has a boyfriend in Alaska and was exposed by her friend on the panel the following episodes for being in the guy section at the club. Hypocrisy." Oh, wow. See, there we go. She broke the girl code. Dung is fun. $5. Says the man that do not have women chasing them, they think and build to get women or because they enjoy it. They enjoy thinking and building. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's
No, I completely agree with you.
Irrefutable.
True.
what you're saying about the whole sex thing, though, it's easier because women have more inhibition, so they are more open to like saying no because they don't want the reputation that follows it.
Well, the reason why they don't want the reputation of being a hoe is that being a hoe is easy. See, if men could sleep with if the genders were reversed in terms of the sexual access, men who were studs would not get as much credit. they wouldn't get as much. They'd be shamed like sluts because, hey, okay, so you're a stud, you're fucking all these girls, but that's easy. But the main reason why sluts are shamed is because being a hoe is easy. That's the reason why.
Even though in their head they're like, yeah, let's go back, but they will say no because they don't want people to view them in a certain type of light. So that's why it's harder for men to bag a girl. They might ask 50 girls and 49 of them are going to be like, yeah, let's get it on. But they're going to, 49 of them going to say no because they just don't want the perception of whatever. But
oh my God. So now, see, women are going to be women. So the girl on the left just said that, oh yeah, guys ripped up at the beach and da-da-da-da-da. She's talking about the top 10% of men, if that. And now this woman is saying, hey, you might ask 50 women to have sex. 49 of them will say yes. No, they're not.
at the end of the day, I think it's just as easy for
that proves
women
my point that it's
to
easier.
get
But that's what I'm trying to say. That literally, you just proved my point. It's far easier for women to get sex than it is for men.
It is easier, but I feel like it's just it's a comfortability level. If a guy can get a girl to that comfortability level, she will say yes regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like it's how the man approaches a woman. All women.
That's
like
not
I
answering
said,
the question.
You know, 99% of us will probably say yes, but it's how the men will approach the situation and
see the reason why she's thinking about 99% of women will say yes to 10% of men. And guys, you hear me say that. You hear me say this all the time. You hear me say this all the time. Most women would not sleep with most men, while most men would sleep with most women. The average man is sexually invisible to the average woman. Those are the facts. So anytime you ask questions like who cheats more, men or women, which gender gets sex more easily, men or women, they think, well, men. It's just as easy for men to get pussy as it is for women to get dick. Well, they're not thinking of the whole 100% of men. They're thinking of the top 10% of men, because in a woman's mind, the bottom 90% of men, sexually speaking, do not exist in their world.
presented to them to make them feel comfortable enough to say yes.
Yep, fine.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's assuming attraction even exists in the first place.
There it is.
Trust me, sometimes it's not attraction. Sometimes it's just a physicality in the moment and the vibe.
That's called attraction.
Sometimes because you wake up the next morning and you be like, oh, shit.
That's called attraction, sweet cheeks.
Yeah, but that still assumes attraction, though. That assumes the man meets.
Like, girls are not going to fuck a guy they're not attracted to. Like, what are we talking about
It's
here?
a certain metric of look, maybe height, income, status, whatever it is, to even get to that place.
Situational.
So a man still has to meet a bunch of prerequisites prior to the woman.
It doesn't matter what the situation is. Girls don't fuck bums. They don't. Let's just take it to the extreme. If a homeless man came up and approached a woman, would she want to have sex with him? Of course, the answer is no. But Donovan, that's extreme. But that extreme example proves exactly what we're talking about. Bums, literally homeless men. That's the worst case scenario. You're not attracted to that. A man who is a bum on the street is exactly the same as a woman who is obese. They're not getting a sniff from the opposite sex, ever. There's no such thing as a bum or an attractive man who gets laid. I don't care where you are. There is no situational attraction. You are either attracted to someone or you're not.
Woman even dealing with him sexually first. Versus a man isn't going to necessarily have those same prerequisites on the girl.
Not exactly, no, because men still have their standards too. Men will reject certain women. Yeah, men are more open to just putting it in.
Yeah, men will reject certain women, but women are far more discriminatory. Women are far more discriminatory than men.
In any hole, but at the end of the day, men still have standards too, and they will.
But not nearly
get
as
to a certain
restrictive
point where
as a
they'll
woman,
reject.
though. The pickiest guy is going to still not be as picky as the least picky woman.
There you go.
If that makes sense.
I just think it's more out there that men say yes to less of a standard than women. Women who say yes to no standards are more undercover.
I think we're talking past each other here. I'm simply saying that what she's saying is like, oh, but it's easier for the girl. Like, she's trying to say like, it's easier for the guys to get sex, and I'm saying that's incorrect. It's the other way around. It's easier for the women to get sex. So therefore, since it's easier for the women to get sex.
No, I understand what you're saying. I was kind of like, it's a like
agreeing with what I was saying.
She was saying that, yes.
Yeah,
but
if you want to say that, but it's just,
Yes.
My point further.
But I'm saying it's just because of perception. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's just as easy, but it's just because of the
It
way
doesn't
the
actually happen.
not-
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say.
Oh, it's just as easy, but it doesn't actually happen. So, so what she's saying is that If a man asks 50 girls to have sex, they'll want to, but they won't because they want to avoid that reputation. Okay. Even if that were true, the fact that those 49 women would say no because they want to protect their reputation, that makes it what class? Harder. That makes it harder. Do you see what this is assuming that her metric is correct. If a man approaches, and I use this metric all the time. If you approach 10 girls, this is the way it used to be for me. If you approach 10 girls, you normally get 7 numbers. And this is if you're really fucking good. Of those 7 girls, only 4 are going to respond to your texts. Of those 4 girls that respond to your opening texts, 2 are going to agree to a meetup. And of the 2 that agree to a meetup, at least one of them is going to flake. So now you're left with 1 or less women having a chance to have sex with at that point. Now, you take an attractive woman, if she goes out and tries to get 10 phone numbers and talks to 10 men, she's going to get 10 phone numbers. All 10 of them are going to respond. All 10 of them are going to agree to a meetup. And if she wants to have sex with all 10, guess what? She's batting 1,000. She is batting 1,000. That's how this goes. So we use the guy metric on one side. That's how difficult it is for us. We use the girl metric. That's how difficult it is for them, or that's how easy it is for them.
Like, it doesn't actually happen in the ratio. Like you said, how many good-looking men? So that when girls, if a guy looks good, then he could go out and easily
try to be better looking.
Go and get.
Yes, but good-looking guys. Again, we're talking about the top 10%. This is I don't understand why women don't realize that when they're talking about men versus women in the casual sexual marketplace, they do not realize that they are only thinking of and talking about the top 10%. She keeps saying good-looking guys. Good-looking guys. Yes, if you're a good-looking guy, yes, it is much easier for you to score pussy. But the question was, who is it easier to have sex? Who gets sex easier, guys or girls? The answer is girls.
Be better looking.
And I'm just saying, like, yeah, in the girl's head, she might want to have sex, but she's not going to actually do it. Guys could go out. If you look good, you could go out and just say a little 1-2, buy a couple of drinks for somebody.
This makes no sense. So a girl might actually want to do it, but if a guy looks good, he could buy a girl a drink 1-2. So what she just said is that girls don't have sex with men they're not attracted to. I mean, she's speaking out of both sides of her mouth. She has no idea that she is inversely contradicting herself. She is making a point for herself, but her point is proving Myron's. She keeps talking about if a good-looking guy with game and money approaches a bunch of girls, he's going to get a bunch of pussy. But if the average guy goes out here and approaches girls, yeah, they might want to fuck him, but they might want to fuck him, but they're not going to do it because they don't want that reputation. No, it's not that. It's because they're not attracted to him.
Make my point at the end. That's fine.
Can I say something really quick?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. This is what I have learned watching Fresh and Fit. What I have learned watching Fresh and Fit all this time is that anytime a woman utters the phrase, "Can I say something?" they are almost always argumentative. They're almost always quarrelsome. Can I say something? Oh boy.
Right. So the consequences are different, like for hooking up. So if so it's kind of misogyny's fault, don't you think? Because if everyone wasn't out there slut shaming bitches who are willing to have sex, probably a lot more bitches that would have sex with you. But
sweetheart, what she doesn't understand, what she fails to acknowledge, is that the vast majority of slut shaming comes from men. Because if you're a man and you slut shame, you get canceled, you get fired.
I just leave it at that.
I'm confused. You say it's misogyny's fault. What do you mean by that?
Because misogyny is the reason that people slut shame women for hooking up. So if you would just stop slut shaming sluts, then you would probably get more pussy, right, Myron?
Men are sluts.
I would argue that women slut shame each other harder than men do.
Yeah, but that's internalized misogyny, so still your fault. Boo!
Internalized misogyny, still your fault.
And I ate it.
Okay, what can you tell me? I think you're using the term misogyny a little loosely here. Can you tell me what misogyny means?
Misogyny, okay, when I say misogyny, I mean like the hierarchy that's set up where men are, You know, they're not gonna get slut shamed if they go hook up with somebody.
That's not called misogyny, sweetheart. That's called biology. That's Mother Nature. You see, there's a reason. There's a reason why women hide their body counts. There's a reason why women don't disclose how many men they've slept with. And there is a reason why women didn't sleep around in the 40s, 50s, and the 40s and 50s. There is a reason for that, because they know that women inherently understand that sleeping around is bad for them. They understand it. It has nothing to do with misogyny. It has everything to do with Mother Nature. Oh, boy.
It's misogynistic to be like, oh, that bitch is a slut because she had sex in the bathroom. No, she's a consenting adult.
She's a consenting adult, but she's also a slut. And that's not misogyny's fault.
Now,
And no, she does not know the definition of misogyny, right? Yeah, she doesn't know the definition. Dude, half these women don't know what misogyny means. They really don't. Misogyny is just the hatred of women. That's it. If you're a misogynist, you hate women. Kevin Ray Wilder, he said that I'm going to prove to you on the podcast that you're a misogynist. And so the first thing he did, he said, well, okay, well, we're going to take the Google definition. I said, okay. I said, all right, we'll go ahead and use that definition, prejudice and blah, 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 right? And that's what he kept harping on. I don't hate women. Am I prejudiced against women? Well, in masculine situations, yes. If there's a weightlifting contest, if I have to pick a team for a weightlifting contest, I'm going to be prejudiced against women because women simply are not as strong as men. Okay? If there's some sort of a STEM thing that I have to do, if there's science, technology, engineering, and math contest, I'm going to be prejudiced against women because women generally don't excel in STEM. Men are more qualified brain-wise to do that. This doesn't mean that there can't be women in STEM, but there's a reason why STEM is dominated by men, because we're better at STEM than men are. Now, when it comes to social experiments, body language interpretation, voice inflection, dude, figuring out puzzles, things of that nature, reading the room, then I'm going to be prejudiced against men because women are clearly better than men at that. But women want to be in feminism. It's weird. Feminism is inherently misogynistic. And although a lot of people probably don't realize that, but feminism is misogynistic because women are rejecting the things that make them feminine. All feminism is a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Feminism is really it really boils down to this. Feminism shames women for doing things that are feminine and shames men for doing things that are masculine. That's really it. That's really all feminism is, right? You want to lift weights and be a bro and blah and excel and dominate life and fuck a bunch of girls. That's bad because feminism says so. Oh, you're being misogynistic, blah, blah, blah. Girl wants to do the same thing, fuck a bunch of guys and accomplish this and fuck the world. Well, oh, yes, you're progressive. This is what feminism seeks to do. So all feminism does, when you boil it down, is it makes it okay for women to act like men, but it's not okay for men to act like men.
If people would stop saying that bitch is a slut because she had sex in the bathroom, it's probably a lot more bitches that would have sex in the bathroom. That's misogyny. That's all I'm trying to say.
So holding women accountable for their decisions is misogyny?
What the fuck? No, dude, like what I'm saying is if there's one man and one woman, man walks into bathroom, has sexy sex, walks out, no one's like, fuck that slut. Now a bitch walks into the bathroom, gets her back broke against the sink, she walks out, people are gonna be like, like it's a different vibe is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, it's a double standard that doesn't benefit.
That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't benefit fucking anyone because now nobody's getting pussy. All right.
Well, actually, yeah, someone's getting pussy, so that doesn't really change much. I would argue that men don't. It's women that slut shame each other more than men do.
Why would you argue that?
Because the thing is
do you have a study for that one?
No, but because the thing is that you're saying that men and like.
This is funny. So she mocked him. Oh, do you have a study for that one? As if to say that it would be a bad thing to have a study for it. And then when he said no, she's like, oh, you don't have a study for it? Then what the fuck am I going to listen for? This is what she's doing is she's using a technique called dual bashing, right? She'll ask a question in a way that implies that what she's asking is, wait a minute, you don't have another study for that one, do you? And then when he says, well, no, I don't. Oh, well, if you don't have a study for it, then how can you argue against it? She's that bitch. And again, she's not, listen, as annoying as she is, it's not really, like, this is not a hard conversation so far. She's making it very, she's walking into, how can I put this? She's being very obviously ridiculous. Like, there's nothing intelligent about what she's doing or saying. And she's trying to be a comedian. It's just not really working.
Like, misogyny, it's really women that slut shame each other the most. It's not really men. Because if a guy was to tell a girl, like at work or in public or whatever, you're a slut, blah, 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 that man's going to get ridiculed, canceled, you know, called a misogynist. He's going to get called a bunch of terms that are not necessarily good for that guy, that might affect his ability to land a job, hold a job, or whatever it is, and his social status. So they might say it in the locker room, but they're not necessarily going to put it out there in public. And my thing is that, unfortunately, yes, it is a double standard that sucks, but it's not misogynistic. It's realistic. Men and women are different, and the way we view sex is different too with that.
But if we're both consenting adults, then why would I get shamed for having sex with someone if I'm single? Like, I'm not doing anything.
Well, because it's easier for you to have sex. That's why. That's why. One of the core principles of slut shaming, and the reasons why slut shaming exists, is because it's easy for women to get sex. This is why women are shamed. Yes, there are two consenting adults. There's no question about that. But it was a lot harder for the guy to get to that point than it was the woman. This is why the woman is shamed, because she is doing what is very easy to do. It is, dude, it is... To say it's not hard to say it's easy for women to get sex is a gross understatement. Women can get sex literally without even trying. Okay, let's just use that standard. So that's the difference. That's the main difference. This is the thing. This is essentially what she is saying. She is saying, I don't think it's fair that women get shamed for doing something that's easy to do, but men don't get shamed for something that's hard to do. No, that's the way of the world, sweetheart. And two consenting adults has nothing to do with being held accountable. No one's saying that anybody e-parred anybody. We know that. But the reason why the girl gets shamed is because it is easy for girls to get sex. That's all there is to it. It didn't have anything to do with consenting adults. What she wants, what her and other women like or have a problem with is being held accountable for their bad decision. Don't slut shame us, don't judge us. No, okay. If you don't want to be slut shamed or judged, then don't be a slut.
Anything wrong? Why would I be shamed for that and men don't? Like, what? How does that make sense?
It's for the same exact reason that a man that isn't tall or doesn't make money or isn't successful is made fun of and ridiculed. Same reason.
I mean, so that's how society is, though. No one's like hating on men, but also
no one is hating on men. What? No one is hating on men. She just called herself a misandrist. Think about what she said there. I'm a misandrist, she said. She clearly knows what that means, but no one is hating on men. And there's a reason why she immediately jumped to the next topic, whatever she's going to talk about, because she just realized that what she just said is stupid. Watch. This is ridiculous. No one is hating on men. She knows that's not true, so she just decided to jump. Listen.
I mean, so that's how society is, though. No one's like hating on men.
See that? She thinks very quickly. No one is hating on men. No. Men get out. Being a man in this day and age, you catch plenty of hate. So she's dead wrong about that. No one is hating on men. Are you kidding me? You're a misandrist. You clearly hate men. So you're a nobody?
But also, you
made several derogatory terms.
I'm a fucking hater of men. I'm talking about like no one is in besides me.
No.
No one is besides me. Oh, see, now this is low brow. This is low intelligence that she's displaying here.
What I'm trying to say, and another thing is,
most women though, for the most part, they feel that way, but they can't say it out loud. You're saying it out loud,
or they actually do say it out loud on TikTok, and no one bats an eye. Here's the difference. Making fun of men, ridiculing men, insulting men is completely socially acceptable. However, it is not socially acceptable for men to say anything negative about women. And I'm simply here to say there's double standards, and unfortunately, sexual promiscuity is one of the double standards that don't benefit women. However, there's a bunch of double standards that do benefit women. For example, you guys probably make a significant amount of money, on OnlyFans, showing pictures of yourself on the internet, making quite a bit of a living off of that. Me and Fresh, no matter how good we look, we'd never be able to make that kind of money off of selling feet.
And I'm not crying about that. It is what it is. That's the double standard. The difference between men and women as far as double standards are concerned, Myron says this all the time, and Kevin actually said this with the legendary Amanda podcast. Women only have a problem with double standards that do not benefit them. That's it. Women don't bitch and moan about double standards when it comes to going in the club. It's a double standard that I'm a hot girl and I don't get and I don't pay to get in the club. They're not bitching and moaning about that, are they? It's a double standard that if I take my if I take my husband to divorce court, that I'm 85% more likely to get custody of kids and half of his present and future earnings. That's a double standard. No, women never complain about double standards that don't benefit them. They only complain about double standards that don't benefit them.
And on top of that, hold on, let me just finish. Also, you guys are, privy and get access to certain social situations that we would never be able to. You guys are not from Miami, right?
No.
You guys, how long you guys been here?
A week.
Okay. I'm sure in this week time that you guys have been here, you've probably been invited to boat parties, mansion parties, etc. to hang out.
Actually, there was no boats.
Or socialize. Okay, but you guys.
See, old girl was like, "Yep, I have," and the reason why, and it's funny. So the overweight misandrist, we're going to call her OM, the overweight misandrist. Of course, she's not invited to boat parties because she's overweight. Her friend, on the other hand, is not overweight. So she's like, yep, bet.
Guys have gotten certain opportunities.
See, look at her shake her head. Watch this again, gentlemen. Watch this again. This is now here's a double standard here. This is a double standard here. But because the double standard benefits women, not particularly her, she'd have a problem with it. See, the double standard here is that fat girls don't get invited to boat parties and mansion parties. Thin girls do. But overweight misandrist doesn't have a problem with that because it's a woman that benefits from it. Watch.
And this week time that you guys have been here, you've probably been invited to boat parties,
now watch.
mansion parties, etc. to hang out.
Actually, there was no boats.
Actually, there was no boats. Of course not. Because nobody wants your fat ass on their yacht. But watch the skinny girl.
Or socialize.
See, she said bet. And a white girl, any white girl who says the word bet, oh, she fucks niggas. Real fucking talk. Of course that bitch fucks niggas. You kidding me?
Okay, but you guys have gotten certain opportunities to deal with, a top 1% of people, celebrities, whatever it may be, that me and Fresh necessarily might not have access to unless we brought that kind of status ourselves, correct?
Yeah.
So there are double standards that benefit men and women. It's just that women tend to be vocal about the double standards that don't benefit them. Whereas like with men, it is what it is. We just accept it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is one of the situations where a double standard doesn't benefit you. Sexual promiscuity for women does get punished by society because there's a bunch of issues with it. And that's been since the beginning of time why people have issues with that. But my thing is this. Women shame each other more for sexual promiscuity
yes, they do.
in the open, not
absolutely.
men. If a guy was to say, for example,
you don't have a study for that? Dude, look at social media. Look at social media. Watch TV.
It's just common sense.
Okay, but you're not a girl. How can you say how many girls slut shame other girls?
Because we see
they see it every day.
Okay, then show me the study.
Oh, see, there it is. Show me the study. Studies can say whatever they want it to say. And the reason now, see, again, at this point, now she's like, well, show me the study. She's acting like if you had a study, that would actually give some validity to the point that he's making. But any woman who says, show me the study, and then you actually quote the study, she's going to be like, well, those numbers can be said those numbers can be made to be said anything they want. When a woman says, show me the study, that is conceding that they have lost that argument. If they have nothing else, to add to the argument, if they have nothing else to add to the conversation, they always go to show me the study. Whether you have the study or not is immaterial. If you actually show them the study, they'll say that your study is invalid. Where did you get it from? Blah, 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 blah. They question everything about the study. But if you don't have a study, then they say your point is invalid. Show me the study is the most disingenuous argument I've ever heard.
Or just don't say stuff that
I mean, it's anecdotal. We've brought in thousands of women now at this point. Yeah. We've spoken to well over 1,000 women. One of the ways that women attack each other when they don't like each other, the first insult they throw out is that bitch is a slut. She's a hoe. You don't want to fuck with her. It's the number one attack. It's the number one attack on a woman's character is to call her a slut. The difference is this: as a man, you can't go out in public and say like the things you said. Imagine me saying it around, these fucking bitches, I don't want to fuck with these types of girls, whatever. Like, I would get canceled for saying that. Stuff.
Can I speak, please, Myron? Listen, the thing is, nobody is trying to grape you. you understand that like you'll never have to deal with that.
What does that have to do with anything? No one is trying to e-par you? What does that have to do with slut shaming? That has nothing to do with slut shaming whatsoever. It has nothing to do with slut shaming at all.
You'll never have to deal with that type of fear. I'm fucking up my words a little bit. You'll never have to deal with that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, all these clubs, this little podcast, all this shit we're doing in Miami without knowing people. Like, I would give that all up.
Oh,
just
listen
to
to
feel
her.
the comfortability that you feel as a man.
Listen to this. This is so funny. I would give that all up. Come on. All right, well, never mind. She's capping. She's sitting here talking about all of these advantages that we have as women, all of the double standards that benefit us. I would give that all up. The camera's not on. Go ahead. Oh, wow. That tan looks wonderful. Ah, very good. All right, perfect. What time's the appointment tomorrow?
3:30.
Perfect. All right, Devin just walked in here stark naked. She's wearing nothing but an anklet and a smile. But yeah, this has absolutely positively nothing to do with any of this. She's talking about, well, I would give that all. No, she wouldn't. Women would never, ever, ever give up the advantages they have to feel as safe as a man. Get out of here with that.
Walking down the street. For real. That's how I feel. And that's really all I have to say.
So you mean to tell me that she is in fear of being e-parred walking down the streets of Miami?
Well, you guys might not like this, but we did a whole episode on grape and grape culture and how it's actually over-sensationalized and it is not as prevalent as people think.
I don't feel comfortable talking about that.
You don't.
Right
Well,
now.
you don't have to talk about it, but we did a whole podcast. It was 2.5 hours plus, and we actually looked at all the studies, right, and found that grape is not as prevalent as people say it is. Like, for example,
you shouldn't be saying that to a military woman.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna read off the super chats and then we'll get into it because it sounds like this is about to get real. Dung is Fun said STDs in Alaska are high, more men, less women. I did not realize that. Rare Cuisine Gaming, $5 says having the guest on them big screen is giving me Space Ghost Coast to Coast vibes. Digging the upgrade in quality. Shout out to TSR. Thank you, appreciate that. Basil Denson, $2 says I would have kicked a few of them out. James Allen, welcome to chat privileges. At James Allen to welcome him to the TSR family. If you would, James, put your age and location in the chat. Dung is Fun with the $5 super chat says the reason why they think all men are having relationships is because they're only dating the top 10%. I've been saying that for years. Dung is Fun. I agree with you 100%. Cigar Man with the $5 super chat says she didn't complain the double standards when the military lowered the physical test to allow her to join. Exactly. Giovanni Narina says she gives her friend dirty looks when she doesn't back her up. I did not catch that. I'm going to take a 30-second potty break. Be right back. All right. I feel much, much better. Woo. All right, guys, buckle up because it's about to be a bumpy ride. Here we go.
Seriously.
I mean, well, we're not talking about the military. We're talking about in general here that it is not as prevalent as people think it is. Okay? So that is a fact.
That's extremely fucked up to say, Myra.
No,
Thank
you
you.
don't take it personal now. Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal, but it is true. Like, grape is not as
You
prevalent.
took your hairline comment personal. I'm not supposed to take you talking about grape personal. I'm not taking it personal.
Well,
I just said I don't
He didn't take his hairline thing personal.
want to discuss
Because
it
you
anymore.
personally insulted me, that had nothing to do with the discussion, whereas this actually has to do with the discussion, and I'm not personally targeting you. I'm simply stating a fact. Grape is not as prevalent as women say it is in public culture. It's actually far less
Here we go.
than people think it is, and we have the Justice Statistics data.
Here we go.
Because a lot of the data people use is from the CDC. And just to let you guys know, what they did was on that study, and go quick little thing, because I'm not going to go over the whole thing or the whole podcast, but what they did was they called women, they did a phone call type survey, and they asked the woman, have you ever been, asked on a date, or have you ever drank a drink when you went out on a date with a guy, or has he ever propositioned you? And they considered all of that as
Evidence.
SA and or grape, and they lumped it into one type of category. So obviously that's going to inflate the stats significantly, and the CDC did this. And we talked about this. We talked about the issues with the studies and how they
Look at her. Look at her body language. Look at her body language. She has never heard this before. She has never heard this before. She's never heard this before. And she has no response for this because these are straight up facts.
We broke it down. And the thing is that when you actually look at the Bureau of Justice statistics versus the CDC statistics.
Oh, yes. Oh, all of a sudden she's not so jovial and gregarious anymore, is she?
You're telling a woman, not a statistic. What the fuck are you saying?
All right, so Myron was in law enforcement, so he has data to prove this.
Yeah,
so.
and I also used to work in law enforcement too. So, so I've seen it from my professional experience. I looked at the statistics.
But you're still not a woman who's been raped, right?
It's data.
He's dealing with the cases.
I don't care about data. Like,
Well, sweetheart, you should care about data because it's the data that gets men in trouble. Now who's being emotional? Right? She says men tend to be emotional. Well, now who's being emotional? Myron, Fresh, and Chris are saying, hey, look, don't take it personally. This is we're just stating statistics, the data. She says, I don't care about the statistics. You're not a woman who has been E-par'd. That is emotional.
Yeah, okay, you feel like.
And yeah, listen, Jay Blaze says if the 1 out of 5 women who go to college campuses are E-par'd, if that were true, then no one would ever send their daughter to college. I've said that, dude. I've been saying that for years. If I had a daughter and that were true, dude, I don't even have to have a daughter. If the 1 in 5 E-par statistic were true on college campuses, then guess what? 65% of college students would not be female.
Okay. I guess I'm just stupid. Can we go to the next topic?
No, nobody said you're stupid. You're just being emotional, and that's okay. You're a woman. That's expected. That's not a crime.
Well, like I said, like your personal feelings or whatever may happen to you. I'm sorry for whatever may have happened to you that I may or may not know about, I don't know about. But the thing is that a fact is a fact. The statistics do not show that there is a grape culture as popular as media wants to tell you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
How you feel about that is how you feel, but the facts are the facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, simple.
It's a fact. I mean,
Those are the facts, then I guess
I didn't personally insult you whatsoever. I'm just stating a fact.
She says if those are the facts, I guess I can't argue with that. Wow. Okay. So.
All right, then there you go. You ate. Law enforcement, you're a cop. That's nice.
I was.
Oh, okay.
I said former.
But you said something about like guys not making money or whatever.
I love how Myron didn't flex. She said, "Oh, you're a cop." Da 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 da. He could have said, "Well, I worked for the Department of Homeland Security, like I worked for the FBI." Like he didn't have to say that. He knows that she is going to go and look this up, and when she finds out who and what he used to be, she's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, all right."
Anyways, have you guys been on TikTok? Like, if you go on TikTok and you see us, I see like certain guys on there. They just go in there showing their chest, and there's like a bunch of sugar mamas, hella women down
Are
there.
you kidding me? Is she really gonna talk? See, this bitch is getting on my nerves. You guys can say whatever you want about overweight misandrist. This bitch is really starting to piss me off because she's using the exceptions to the rule as the rule. She is still hung up on it's just as easy for men to get vagina as it is for men. I'm sorry. It's just as easy for men to get women as it is for women to get men. I've seen personally on TikTok. I know guys, you stupid, you dumb bimbo. That is not what we're taught. That is not the argument. It is easier for women to get sex than men to get sex. There are some men where it is easier for them to get sex than most men, but that doesn't make the rule, sweetheart. And all they have to do is show their chest, and they got sugar mamas. Baby girl again. We're in the top 10%.
And hella money or gifts or whatever that is on
Here
TikTok.
she goes.
So
This is
guys
ridiculous.
definitely make money showing their bodies.
How many guys though? Let's be real here.
A few. Are you on TikTok? Go on TikTok.
I am on TikTok.
Nah, he asked the wrong question. What percentage of guys?
There's a
The point
handful. They
is,
just go.
how many women versus guys get that privilege?
Is it a privilege, or do men just like give it to women? Like, no one is really making men give us money and shit. You guys just kind of do it, right?
I mean, yeah, it's free money.
Okay.
But from both sides though.
Because there's not a lot of guys that are
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
willing to go on camera and start being like sensual, putting oil on themselves. But for the guys who actually have the courage to do it, I see a large following. They have large followings. And they're making money
You can say that, but the reality is that we're talking maybe less than 1% of man can even has the aesthetics and or look to be able to monetize to that degree. And then on top of that, we know that men are the overwhelming consumers of pornography, not women. Women are not visually stimulated like men are.
What? Did you have a study for that?
That is true. That's a fact. Women are stimulated by other things, and they actually have shown that. Actually,
I love it when you tell me facts about women, Myron. It's so interesting.
I mean, they are facts. I'm not talking shit. They've done studies on this to show.
Right now.
And we have. I could give you the link tree after the show that this. Like, I'm not just talking out my ass here. Like, it's been proven that women really don't know.
You know, it's interesting. Myron picks up on her sarcasm and attempt to troll and trigger Myron. He picks up on that very, very easily. He just doesn't respond to it. I love it.
What they're attracted to.
Here you go, Myron.
And they're right here, by the way.
Yeah, and this is you got to click right here on our link tree, and then fresh&Fit study references up top, Chris. Up top, right there. No, Chris. Right
somewhere.
It's right down, right there, right there.
Right there.
With the fax, with the fax machine.
Right there.
One down. Okay, so
Look lit right now.
so we have all the studies there, and we like talk about when it comes to like the wage gap, feminism, all that stuff. We have all the studies here because I'm not just gonna be on here talking shit and not know what I'm talking about. But yes, I mean
It's nice and colorful, in words and pink.
guy. But yeah, I mean women don't really are not visually stimulated like men are.
No,
women are stimulated by a bunch of other things
Is that
as
because
well.
they're
And
smarter or no? Oh, sorry. I just thought you said not visually stimulated.
See, that was not a question. That was a rhetorical question. Is that because they're smarter or no? Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with intelligence levels, just what they prefer.
I was like maybe by the mind because they're smarter, but
Well, the reality is
I
that
don't have any facts.
Well, the reality is that women actually don't really know what they want. They might say I'm attracted to this, but what the studies have shown is that they're actually not. They did a study back in like 2016. I don't know if you guys want me to go through
Did
it.
they do that same study on men or not?
Yes.
They did actually. So
Okay,
what they
what
did
did that
was
say? All men know what they want.
pretty much, yeah. So
Oh.
it's
Do you see? Do you see? Did you guys catch that? So now she's like, oh, is there a study for that? Is there a study for that? Myron said, well, they did a study on women. Well, they did do a study on men. Actually, they did. And men know what they want. She said, oh. So you see, the study's question is because she does not have an argument. Guys, anytime a woman asks you, do you have a study for that? They don't have an argument. Because at this point, all they're trying to do is disqualify your information. She asked, do you have a study for that? She mocked him. She didn't really want to know if he had a study for it. And Myron said, yeah, actually they did. And here's what the study found. And what was her reaction? Oh, it was a sarcastic, oh, like she doesn't believe the study. Listen, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe I was supposed to find this woman a little bit more annoying, but she's not really as annoying as I thought she was going to be. Because she's making it really easy. Like I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't know if I haven't reached the crazy part yet, but if this is the worst of it, I can't imagine she's not. And I think the reason why she's not really pissing me off is because she's not that smart. The girl from the night before, the one who couldn't stop running her mouth, she wasn't really too bright either, but she would not stop talking. All she was doing was filibustering because clearly she's had these conversations before. But this bitch is just doing one-liners. She's doing one-liners to try to trigger Myron. Myron doesn't even come close to taking the bait. Myron's just killing her with his stoicism and his facts. And she doesn't really have much of a chance. She's not, I don't know. She's one of the more, to me, Lele Zero, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, says that's light work for Myron. Yeah, Like, this isn't, like, so far, like, I don't know, man. Like, I've got the, dude, I've got the, you know, through 5 rounds, I've got it 50-45 gains. I mean, this is not even close so far.
This is what happened. They took men and women, right? They took 3 groups. They took men, women, and gay men.
Now, look at her body language. Her body language says to me that she's not even listening. And the reason why she's not listening is because she's not interested in the facts. She's only interested in the feels. That's it. She pretends, do you have a study? Do you have a study? Because apparently men are emotional creatures. But then when Myron gives her the facts, what does she do? She reacts emotionally. So Myron is telling her the facts. She's not even looking at him. She's kind of being dismissive, like she's not really watching, and she's acting like she doesn't really care. But
right. And what they did was,
why not lesbians?
They might have taken lesbian women too. But the point is that, I mean, the homosexual stats don't really matter. The main thing is a heterosexual group. So what happened was they showed the men stimuli, right? They showed them a bunch of images, and they showed the women the same images. But what they did was they attached an electrode to their genitals, but they also gave them a clicker. So they were supposed to click on the button if the image stimulated them. However, they also had the electrodes attached to their genitals. And what they found was, when the men were shown images, whatever they clicked on, they were also aroused by with their genitals.
Yeah, I remember
right? The
these.
blood flow it matched, okay? And the men were stimulated by girls kissing, heterosexual sex, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So they like, the typical things that guys like. However, with the women, the interesting thing was they found that when the women clicked the button, it did not necessarily always correlate with what they were stimulated by. So in other words, they would only click on things that were politically correct. They would click on maybe the heterosexual sex and the girls kissing. However, they were actually stimulated by monkeys banging. They're stimulated by dudes kiss, like a bunch of weird things they were stimulated by. So what it goes to show is that what women say they like versus what they're actually aroused by are 2 different things.
That's right.
Are you just talking sexually though?
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying.
From an
like,
arousal standpoint.
Wouldn't that just mean that men are more shallow? Like, weren't you just talking about, oh, women want all guys to be short? Like, that's a visual thing. So if women are turned on by other things besides like visual aids, wouldn't that just mean that we're smarter? Like,
I think it's easy to generalize people, but there's still people who are not. Like, you can say like men and women, but there's still some men and some women who don't think or act the same way.
And she is 100% right. Miss Trashy Boner, aka Nasty Hot, is 100% right. But as we all know, the exception does not make the rule.
Is the majority.
Those are exceptions to the rule, and they're statistically insignificant.
There it is.
Well, I'm not talking statistics. I'm just talking like, and
She's not talking statistics, but she just.
in general, I'm just saying, like, you can say like men and women all you want, but realistically there are like a decent amount
Dude, this is funny. The girl next to old girl is going to sleep.
of people who aren't going to fall into that.
Yes, those are outliers and they're statistically insignificant. We're talking about generalities here. What we found is that men in general are attracted to things, and they're attracted to those things. That's what they like.
This is why Myron's undefeated. This is why he's undefeated, man. Watching, you know, it's interesting. Watching him has actually made me a better. It's made me better. Conversely,
They like women. They like girl on girl. Everything else is not attractive to them, and they're honest about it. Women, however, I like this, but they're actually aroused by a bunch of other things.
Yep.
okay, well,
Which
if you
makes
were
sense.
turned on by a monkey fucking, I certainly would not admit that.
No, but that's
Of
the
course,
thing. It's
but-
easier.
I thought we
Men
were
are
talking
talking
about-
see, but that doesn't make any sense. If you were turned by a monkey, then I wouldn't. Come on.
Men are black and
I'm
white.
not gonna
Whatever
lie.
men are attracted by, they responded to. Whatever women are attracted by, it's like a gray area because they say they're
There you
attracted,
go.
but they might
Thank
not
you.
be.
There it
physically
is.
There you go.
There it is.
But they might be mentally stimulated, so that doesn't correlate with the sexual.
There it is.
And there's a bunch of
So that's what
reasons
he's
for
trying
that.
to say.
You mentioned earlier, girls get slut shamed, right?
Yeah.
So this is why women tend to not be honest about what they're aroused by because they don't want to be labeled as a slut.
Oh.
I love when I watch porn. I watch girl on girl porn. Do I like girls? No, I'm strictly dickly. Like
Wow.
but
Ain't that something? So she watches. Wow.
I don't like heterosexual porn. I like female on female or like women arousal for some reason because I find the women body beautiful. But
Yes.
I don't fuck with girls.
I also might add that the porn industry mainly does cater to men. So yeah, they're aroused by these images, but it's catered to them. Did they cater?
Yes, it's catered to men because most consumers of pornography are men. Of course, they're going to cater it to men. And the reason why they cater it to men, the reason why porn is consumed by men is because men are visually stimulated, which is exactly what Myron said. And because men are visually stimulated, pornography is consumed by mostly what class? Men.
Women, or did they just do the study? I understand that, but what I'm saying is that I just don't feel like that's.
But that doesn't take away from. They showed them monkeys banging too from Discovery Channel, and the girls were aroused by that. So is that the porn industry also? Like the bottom line, ladies.
They showed monkeys banging.
Oh, and it's that like with studies, like this shit is all like.
But if a man is.
Oh, there it is. Did you hear what she just said? Watch. Just listen. Just listen. So where are your studies? But when the studies don't line up with what she's talking about, now she says this. Watch this.
So is that the porn industry also? Like
listen.
The bottom line, ladies.
I don't know, and it's that like with studies, like that shit is all like.
So while you would have us believe that you will only validate and believe things that had a study to back it up, now she's saying, well, studies are just kind of, which is exactly what I said earlier. When a woman is outgunned on a study and a study is used, these studies can be kind of wonky, they can be made to, okay. Just admit that you were outgunned. You wanted the studies. She kept saying, where the studies. That's her rebuttal on all this stuff. Myron has hit her, boom, 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 every single time. Now all of a sudden, studies are kind of like, okay. Like, what more do you need?
But if a man is turned on by monkeys,
I'm honestly bored of this shit. Huh?
I mean, it's the bottom line is this: women are not incentivized,
women are dumb.
about.
Next question.
That's not what he said.
Can you stop being like so disrespectful and dismissive? I'm just trying to say something.
He's saying because of the double standard, women, because of how like society has like treated women and talked about women, they're not going to be more open sexually because they don't want to be shamed for it.
Shamed by women. Women shame other women sexually.
Which is very true.
Okay.
That's very, very true. That's why women, you're at the club and maybe some guy's hot, you're not going to go home with him because you don't want people to say shit about you.
Dude. You're not going to go home with them because they're not going to say, you don't want them to say shit about you. Why would you be worried about what people say about you that you'll never see again? Which is exactly what you said, I don't know, maybe an hour ago on the podcast. Do you see how the circular logic works? Whenever girls are getting their asses kicked in an argument, they always go back to the same techniques. It's amusing to watch.
Mm-hmm. And that sucks. That fucking sucks.
Happens every night.
At least.
Well, then don't be a hoe. Listen, man, y'all slut shame each other. If you don't want to be slut shamed, then don't be a slut.
At least you hear what I'm saying here.
If you don't want to be bum shamed, then don't be a bum. If you don't want girls to make fun of the fact that you're fat, lose weight. If you don't want, and this is funny, girls want to be deficient but not be held accountable for their deficiencies. Girls will fat shame guys that are fat, as they should, but they don't want you to fat shame them. Oh, I mean, she's big boned and she can't help herself and everybody is beautiful. Girls want to act like hoes without being hoe shamed. Nope, doesn't work that way. Actions have consequences. Whether they're good or bad really depends upon the action.
Yeah, no, I do understand what you're saying.
So they'll get aroused by it.
True.
Yeah, and let's be honest here. How many times have a girl said, "I like nice guys," and we know that's not true because those guys get left, in the friend zone, even though you say you like them.
Alaska.
Or in Alaska, watching your dog.
Very nice, Chris. Very nice.
Women say things that they like in men, but the reality is they're not aroused by it. And what a woman's attracted to versus what she's aroused by are two different things.
Oh boy, here we go. Myron spitting some of that Donovan knowledge.
It's just that women tend to conflate the two, and guys are not smart enough to understand that a woman's arousal versus what she's attracted to are two different things.
Very different things.
A woman might be attracted to a man that has money, for example, but if that guy isn't attractive in other means, she's just going to use him to get the money.
She'll fuck, or like the king of the princess of Dubai, who ended up fucking her bodyguard. She was attracted to her husband. She was aroused by the bodyguard.
Give him some starfish sex, but the man that she's actually aroused by, he doesn't necessarily have to provide money and security, and he's going to be able to have.
Look at trashy boners just nodding along.
Monkey sex. So
she gets it.
That's the difference between male and female attraction and arousal.
Yeah.
And this is why I make the joke, women don't really know what they want sexually, and it's true to a degree.
So do you mean that like men will have sex with women that they're like very specifically like sexually attracted to, and women will have sex with guys not necessarily just based on their physical attraction.
See, now this is a genuine question. This is a genuine question by Miss Nasty Hot. She's not being condescending. She's not trying to make a statement by asking a question. She is genuinely asking a question.
For sure.
Okay.
Because the thing is if a guy isn't attractive, right?
Yeah.
He can make up in other means. Maybe he's confident. Maybe he's ambitious. Maybe he has money. Maybe he's a smooth talker. Maybe he dresses well.
Fresh.
Maybe
You know?
he drives a Lamborghini.
Yeah, maybe that. So the
Yeah.
thing is with men is that we're able to compensate for deficiencies. Women cannot though. If you're ugly, you're ugly. That sucks.
Okay, but
Sorry, Fresh.
didn't you just say earlier that like,
Oh, this is funny. So her homegirl is actually having an intelligent conversation, but now she says, but didn't you just say...
you were just talking about, oh, women only like short men, we can't help that shit. Like you're just saying the opposite.
It's the other
thing.
way around.
No.
Tall.
Oh.
You mean tall men?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was your question then?
That was like.
I love how Myron gives these bitches a chance to just hang themselves. He doesn't let these bitches pull punches at all.
Weren't you just saying the opposite was true? That men need to be have a certain physical appearance to. Okay. Well then, honestly, I just forgot what you said. My bad.
See that? So now her homegirl is like, no, that's not. Look, watch. And somebody pointed out in the chat that when Miss Nasty Hot didn't co-sign on something that overweight Misandrist said, overweight Misandrist was feeling some type of way. Watch.
Have a certain physical
Look,
appearance.
she's like, no.
Okay. Well then, honestly, I just forgot what you said. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, see that.
Because you're not listening. You're just like kind of just waiting to interject and make a ad hominem statement, and then
that's why I came onto your podcast. No.
Okay, to just not have a discussion and just like talk shit. Is that what it is?
I've been trying not to talk over you, Myron. What's the problem?
He didn't say talk over you. He said talk shit.
You're not really listening either. You're just like listening to respond and just interject versus like listening to understand and then coming back up with a coherent argument and then telling me, hey, I think you're wrong because
I
X,
think
Y,
my
Z.
arguments have been pretty coherent. No.
Not really,
to
no.
a 5-year-old child, yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, we're here for a discussion, though.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, man. She's not as annoying as I thought she would be. I thought she's. I don't know. I mean, call me crazy, but Myron is kicking her ass. Like this is not nearly as annoying as Miss Quantum Physics. Am I missing something? Have I not gotten to the bad part yet?
For open discussion, I'm just stating facts. Like I'm not attacking you personally or anything, but you've made no qualms about me attacking me personally. I'm just saying this is the
to
truth.
be fair, I do this to everyone. Like it's just how I am. I don't mean any disrespect by it.
I get that, but I'm.
And you know what? And I believe her. I think that she probably does. She razzes everybody she's around. You can just tell just by kind of the way she is. But by the same token, you got to respect the platform.
Not everyone, and we're having a discussion on almost 10,000 people watching us, and it's like
we're way off topic, by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
We're way off topic. Okay, so for you, if you had a man.
Slapdog says, you're crazy. She's hella annoying. Quantum was worse. Yes. I don't know why I don't find this girl as annoying. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to maybe if I was there. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's definitely annoying, but I was like, when I started this podcast, I was like, okay, I'm going to try not to get too loud. I'm going to try not to get too crazy. But listen, she's bad. Don't get me wrong, but she's an amateur. She really, listen, at least Monica Muniz was annoying because she was articulate, right? She was articulate. She is what I call a very smart feminist. She's very good at debate tactics, right? People who are really annoying are people who are good at debating. Red was very annoying. SS Karen was very annoying because they argued in bad faith as this girl is doing here, but she's arguing in bad faith, but she's not good at it. I mean, listen, Miss Quantum Physics argued in bad faith, but there was always an answer, right? she was annoying because she used disingenuous debate tactics, like Alex from Playing with Fire. A lot of guys, you guys said, well, he argued in bad faith, and I think that he did argue in bad faith a lot of times. And the reason why we feel like Merch, he argued in bad faith, is because he was using debate tactics. Anytime I got done with a rant, he would say things like, okay, you said a lot there. When he says you said a lot there, that is designed to make the audience think that what I said was invalid simply by him saying, okay, you said a lot there. He said that 5 or 6 times, and I'm thinking, okay, it's obvious I said a lot there. And then it hit me. He's using a debate tactic. And when you're using debate tactics in a discussion, this is when you are being disingenuous, because this is not the purpose of a debate is to win. Okay? It doesn't matter whether you're right or they're right. You're just supposed to win the debate. They have debate competitions all over the place. Newsflash, guys, when it comes to debate, the truth doesn't matter. It's whoever has the best argument. It's not whoever has the best facts, whoever has the best argument wins the debate. That's what it is. This is not a debate. This is a discussion. And just because you can argue better than the other person and use debate tactics to make things look better than they already are does not mean that you're right. It does not mean that you're right. Alex from Playing with Fire, or Kevin Ray Wilder, very good at debate tactics and switching lanes and moving the goalpost and splitting hairs. But when you use those kinds of things and when you acknowledge, okay, this is a debate, my purpose for having Alex with Playing with Fire on was to get a better understanding of his point of view. The purpose of me doing that was not to win any debate. Kevin Ray Wilder came on to try to prove that I was a misogynist. There is no win or lose there. You either prove that I'm a misogynist or you don't. And what he did, him and Alex, they were very pedantic. They used different techniques and this and that and the other to really just kind of muddy the waters and split hairs and just redefine everything. That is a debate. And listen, I agreed to have the debate, but this is not supposed to be a debate. This is supposed to be a discussion. You're not supposed to win a discussion. The purpose of a discussion is to get a better understanding of the other side. Now, you guys might have arguments, you guys might have disagreements, but a disagreement is not a debate. Okay? There is a winner and a loser in a debate. And when someone comes into a discussion with you with the intent of winning, they don't want to get it right. They simply want to be right. I don't want to be right. I want to get it right. And this is why I took it upon myself to have people on that disagreed with what I was saying. The problem is the people that I had on, they didn't want to get it right. They wanted to be right. Alex said, well, you're a pretty good debater yourself. I'm not a good debater at all. I just come with the facts. And Alex agreed with my facts, which is why he said that I'm a good debater. This is why Alex and I came to an understanding. Case in point. Alex, when I said that high-value men don't commit to women who were hoes, we went back and forth, and he said, well, look, Donovan, he said, you would agree that most women have high body counts. Yes, you would also agree, and this happened over a half an hour period. You would also agree that women with high body counts are considered as hoes. Yes, I agree with that too. Okay, so what, are you just supposed to not date? I'm like, well, no, you have to know what to look out for in terms of hoe tendencies. He said, oh, okay. Then I said, well, look, I have mentioned to women are very good at hiding their hoe tendencies. Some women are so good at hiding their hoe tendencies, they don't have their hoe tendencies anymore. Case in point, my girlfriend. When I met Devin, she had hoe tendencies. She had potential, but she had hoe tendencies. She does not have hoe tendencies anymore. She didn't have hoe tendencies when I decided to give her the title. So Alex correctly said, okay, so wouldn't it be more accurate, instead of saying high-value men don't commit to sluts, high-value men don't commit to women who act like sluts? I said, he's right. That is the very definition of a discussion. The language that I used was inaccurate, and he made me see that is a discussion. Okay, that's a discussion. Someone who is interested in winning a debate would have said, no, I'm just going to double down. No. Alex was right. Most women in this country have slept around. Most women in this country who are of age have high body counts. A woman with a high body count is a hoe. And unless high-value men here are just going to go to other countries, if we're going to commit to American women, then guess what? We're not going to commit to women who act like hoes, because most women are indeed hoes by virtue of their body counts. That's what I'm talking about in terms of a discussion, is having an honest conversation in good faith, admitting that, you know what, I might have gotten the language wrong. But guys like Kevin Ray Wilder and this chick and Monica and SS Karen or Red and Goose Day Janice, they're not interested in getting it right. They're interested in being right. This is why Myron is very good at what he does. Myron doesn't use debate tactics. He doesn't use debate tactics at all. He just comes with the facts. That's the difference. And I think that's probably the reason why I'm not annoyed with this chick, because she's not a good debater. SS Karen was a good debater. That doesn't mean she was a smart person. That doesn't mean she wasn't insufferable. She was a good debater. Miss Quantum Physics, good debater. Her mentor, she was really a better filibuster than a good debater. The point is anybody can be good at debate tactics in terms of muddying the waters and making things seem like they are. This girl is not good at any of that stuff. She's just kind of a one-trick pony. She's just kind of just throwing out one-liners and trying to trigger Myron.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to go on a girls trip?
Dang, we still on this?
Goddamn.
Yeah, I had to mention that study. Sorry, man.
I feel
March.
I feel as if
March.
you're married, then it's different. Like
if you're
there's no
married
need for a girls trip if you're married. If you have a boyfriend and you're in a relationship, it's different. A girls trip is
she's going back to the sisterhood uber alles. She is going back to the sisterhood uber alles. How you don't get married unless you have a relationship. You feel me? You don't go from unmarried to married without being boyfriend and girlfriend first. So what she's saying, well, if you're married, girls trips are not allowed, but if you don't have a ring on your finger, then you can put your relationship at risk. This is false.
I mean, I don't take girls trips. Like, you know what I mean? I take a trip, but to me to be like, oh, girls trip, like I said, it's just because that specific nature of it is kind of like, oh, okay, well, somebody's got something to do, and then we're going as girls because it has girls.
Question for you.
Yes.
If you're a college basketball player playing NAACP, right? Or NCAA.
NAACP.
NCAA. And you want to get...
It's funny. Trashy Boners is now looking at Myron with a little bit of lust around here. Huh?
Elevated to the NBA. Would it not be fair that you have to continue to practice and train to make it to the NBA? If not, play even better?
Yes, 100%.
So wouldn't a girl that wants to get married need to train and practice and put herself in a position where she's going to be suitable to be a wife?
Boom! Dude, guys, I've not watched this. Dude, Myron is literally saying what I just said. There you go. That is the perfect analogy. If a kid wants to get drafted in the NBA, he's not going to say, okay, well, when I'm in the NBA, I'll party and I'll take nights off because I'm already in the NBA. I've already got the bag, blah, 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 blah. Right? Or I'm sorry, a kid is going to say, well, I'll practice and I won't take any nights off and I'll watch my diet once I get to the NBA. Right? I'm in the NBA. I've got to make sure I stay there. Bruh, you don't get to the NBA unless you do the work, unless you do the prerequisites that it takes to get to the NBA. You don't get to the NBA by taking days off, not practicing, not watching your diet, etc., etc. So, listen, if you're not going to do that in the NBA, then you damn sure can't do it now, because if you do that now, you're not getting to the NBA. If you take girls trips as a girlfriend, you ain't getting the ring, boo.
So why would you go on a girls trip if you're trying to practice and train to be a suitable wife?
Bingo! Oh my God! Oh my God! Don fucking DeMarco! Wow! This is...
That's the point.
So that's what I said.
No.
Well, you said as a wife.
No, guys, listen, dude. I want you to listen to this one more time. This is oh my God, dude, this is why Myron's one of the GOATs, dude. This is why Myron's on the Mount Rushmore right now. Listen to this interaction one more time. She literally walked right into the trap.
Be fair that you have to continue to practice and train. You want to... Question for you. I had to mention that study, sorry.
Just listen, this is gold.
I feel as
like Manosphere Highlights Day says, this is gold.
if
Merch.
you're married,
Merch.
then it's different. Like, there's no need for a girls trip if you're married.
Right. There's no need to practice if you're in the NBA. There's no need to, I'm sorry. Right. There's no need for a girls trip if you're married. There's no need to practice if you're not in the NBA. There's no need to watch your diet. There's no need to work on your jump shooting. There's no need to work on your fitness level if you're in college basketball. If you're not in the NBA, there's no need to work on the things that makes you a good basketball player. Listen.
If you have a boyfriend and you're in a relationship, it's different. A girls trip is, I mean, I don't take girls trips. Like, you know what I mean? I take a trip, but to me to be like, oh, girls
This
trip,
is
like I
perfect.
said, it's
this is
just
perfect.
because that specific nature of it is
Dude,
kind of like,
this
oh, okay,
is
well, somebody's got something to
insane.
do, and then we're going as girls.
This is
because it has
insane.
to be girls.
Question for you.
Yes.
If you're a college basketball player playing NAACP, right? NCAA.
NAACP.
NCAA. And you want to get elevated to the NBA, would it not be fair that you have to continue to practice and train to make it to the NBA? If not, play even better?
Yes, 100%.
So wouldn't a girl that wants to get married need to train and practice and
This
put
is
herself
so
in a position where
perfect.
she's going to be suitable to be a wife?
Watch.
So why would you go on a girls trip if you're trying to practice and train to be a suitable wife?
Thank you.
Oh, that's it. Got her. That's it. Holy moly. Yo, that's the mic drop. That's the mic drop moment right there.
That's the point.
So that's what I said.
No, that's not.
No. As a wife.
No,
you
no.
shouldn't be
Wife,
doing
I
that.
wouldn't be on a girls trip because
I'm
for
saying
me,
as a girlfriend, you shouldn't be.
as a girlfriend, you're not committed in a relationship. So at the same time,
Yes, but if you're not committed. Oh, wait. Oh. She just told on herself. As a girlfriend, you're not in a committed relationship. This is why she's single at 42. 43 guy, or 42. This is why she's single at 42. Because as far as she was concerned, when she had a boyfriend, she just said, you're not in a, look, listen to what she
I'm
says.
saying as a girlfriend, you shouldn't be.
Listen.
as a girlfriend, you're not committed in a relationship. So
As a girlfriend, you're not committed in a relationship. Unbelievable. As a girlfriend, let's run that back. Just listen to what she said. Her words.
I'm saying as a girlfriend, you shouldn't be.
as a girlfriend, you're not committed in a relationship. So
As a girlfriend, you're not committed in a relationship. Guys, this is what we're dealing with. This is modern women. This woman is sitting here telling us that you should the only incentive for a woman not to put her relationship at risk by taking girls trips, which she herself explained exactly what they were, like down to the intricacy as far as the cover-up, is if they have a ring. That's the only reason. Well, listen, I'm not taking girls trips if I'm a wife. Okay. Well, you need to be a girlfriend before you need to be a wife. She said it herself. Why would you go on girls trips if you're training to be a wife? But then she just said, well, if you're a girlfriend or boyfriend, you're not in a committed relationship. This just goes to show, guys, listen, 42-year-old woman kept it real. But if you let women talk long enough, we say it all the time, eventually they will tell on themselves. Unreal. Big K the trucker says, gotta cater to the consumer. Absolutely right. Average man, wait a minute. Got Basil Denson, $2 super chat, says she is not even trying to understand. No, I agree. She's not trying to understand. Ice Dragon Kid, $20 super chat. Appreciate that very much. Says, it's funny. She wants to argue when she has a chance to win, but wants to rush past any point she can't make Myra look like an idiot. This shit is sad. DJ B Fit with the $5 super chat said, if Forrest Gump and Jenny had a daughter, the misandrist would be their daughter. Luckily, they had a son. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're right about that. Average Man Unplugged, $2 super chat, says, a woman's need to be right makes them combative. Yep. Very good. Very, very good. Egg Yolks, $5 says, not crazy. After watching it back with you, I can tell that I need work on accepting it. Still got to learn to accept RP truth better personally. Cigarman85 says Myron is undefeated. Yeah, I mean, listen, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there. Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say that she wasn't. I guess she was annoying, and yeah, she was insufferable. But listen, man. I mean, listen. I know you guys. Listen, you guys can have your opinions. You guys disagree with me. That's not against the rules. It is what it is, contrary to what some people want to believe. But she's minor leagues, man. She's in the minor leagues, dude. I think in the majors we've got SS Karen, we've got Guste Janice, we have Red, aka Monica Muniz, we have Miss Quantum Physics and her mentor. To me, those are the Fab Five. This girl was annoying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she was, but she wasn't really that bad because she's an amateur. Like she came on and tried to troll Myron. She tried to troll Myron, but she didn't really do that good a job because Myron was just stone-faced, and we knew that was going to happen. But she didn't make any. I don't know, man. I don't know. She was not. She's just uneducated. She's just uneducated, man. And I don't even want to say that. I think the difference between her and the other women is that the other women actually had some. I don't even want to call it debate skill, but she tried to argue in bad faith. She really did. But she is smart enough to understand when she's outgunned. Even when she tried to make a disingenuous argument, Myron squashed it completely and shut it down. So much so that her homegirl, Trashy Boner, was backing her up. She's backing her up. So listen, and listen. This was definitely worth breaking down, but I am surprisingly underwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed by her. Listen, she is going to be forever single. She's overweight. She's young and dumb. She's got a bunch of tattoos. Her mindset is all fucked up. But she's not nearly annoying as far as I'm concerned as the Fab Five. So as the Fab Five. Okay. All right. I've got a project that I need to work on here. Rather shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. That is going to do it for this, the 841st edition of TSR Live. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. My thanks to all of my super chatters. There will be a Zoom meeting this week. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharpe's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the cheat code, Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.